Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens. That's on you that time. You forgot.
I wish I could always hear this clearly, dude.
No, it does make a difference, right?
It's so clear, dude. It's like nuts. That's how I knew immediately when my headphones weren't working.
No, you were right.
Yeah, it was literally like all the clearness was gone.
Yeah, I think it's those headphones, but I'm not sure.
I think so too, because when you plug those in, I didn't have a single problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And when I switched it out with Daniel's, I didn't have a problem either.
Yeah. I return with a big ass boner. You know what I'm gonna say? It's time for the boner show. You get it?
That's okay. Man.
What's up, Francis? You want to talk about investing?
Yeah.
Even though neither one of us are professional investors?
I think I give out better advice than some people.
Yeah, go for it. What's your advice? If I had $20,000 right now, what would you tell me to invest in?
Okay, it would all depend what risk do you want to have.
I want major money back and low risk.
That's almost impossible.
I want absolutely no risk at all. 0% risk.
Well, I would say do anything government-wise then.
That's smart, actually. Good point. See, what if I wanted risk didn't matter, and I wanted just like, say, pretty good investment, fairly high but not high. You know, like medium investment, and risk wasn't a factor.
So it doesn't matter if the risk is low or high?
That's correct.
So the key point is medium return.
Yeah. I don't want high return because then I'm making too much money.
At that point, I would say just invest in a company that is quote unquote guaranteed not to fail, but you can see potential in the future at the same time.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So basically...
So a company that you need that has to grow.
Yes.
Because, so like...
Amazon.
I would say something like Amazon.
Because even though they're quote unquote already massive,
they can only grow pretty much.
Well, and if you look at their web services, that's technically it's not what it could be. Mm-hmm. But for example, I wouldn't say invest in Tesla because Tesla is all hype.
I kind of agree with that.
Because if we're talking about from a pure value perspective, Tesla is basically selling on the market at the same price as Amazon.
For stocks?
Yeah. You take away the split.
But Amazon's worth so much more.
Yeah, but Amazon is, last time I checked, it was around, they keep hovering, but it's basically $3,200.
Oh, per stock, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tesla's $3,000. So you're telling me Tesla's only worth $200 less per share than Amazon? That's baloney.
Yeah, fair enough.
For example, if I had to bet, I would say you are guaranteed, quote unquote, to make money with Amazon.
Absolutely.
You're more likely to lose money with Tesla.
Yeah, because it's worth so much now, but it shouldn't be worth that much now.
And they also have competition coming up. Amazon has...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because, what's the major thing of Tesla, right? It's all like...
Cars.
Cars and electrical power, basically, right?
Yes, yeah. Electronics.
Yeah, exactly. So, how many companies and stuff out there are doing this exact same thing? And the moment something comes through that's either better or, cheaper is a big factor as well. That if it's cheaper and better, Tesla's going to fall.
Well, directly in terms of a name brand, you have Ford and GM.
Yeah.
And then a new up-and-coming is Nikola.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on that they might be more full of shit than even Tesla. But it's still the point that Amazon has already proven it could beat its competitors. That's why it is where it is.
That's true.
Tesla's only in the spot it is because it's the only...
Yeah, it doesn't have any competitors. At least nothing huge. No big competitors.
Oh, yeah. But Amazon... You can make the case Amazon beat Walmart at its own game.
Pretty much, yeah. Amazon is the Walmart of the web.
Yeah.
But better.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The last couple of times, you know how like you can't find something somewhere, So you're like, I'll just go check Walmart. You know what I mean? The last 2 times that I've done that, like, I can't find it anywhere. I was like, I'll just go to Walmart. It wasn't in Walmart either. Walmart has failed me.
But was it on Amazon?
Probably. I didn't check. It most likely is. Last time it was the what the hell was those fuses for the car.
Okay.
My one of my fuse keeps popping. And they're super cheap. They're like $5 for like 6 of them or something like that. Which, I mean, granted is not cheap, but you know, it's to fix my problem. It's cheap, right? Because the fuse just keeps blowing. And I went to Amazon. I went to Walmart. They did not have the size of the fuse I wanted. In one pack, they had a bunch of different fuses in one pack that were like, yeah, you could get your fuse that one fuse that you need. It's in a pack of like 20 fuses that are like $20, and I'm like, I just need one fuse. And usually they sell like 5 or 6 fuses for like a couple bucks, and they didn't have it.
Have you noticed this trend that the stuff you think Amazon will have, they don't have?
No. Usually, whenever I need to find anything, it's on Amazon. Name one thing that you needed, that you thought you'd get on Amazon that you didn't.
Well, somehow Target and Best Buy are selling the Michael Jordan documentary, but Amazon isn't.
That's interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe they have an exclusive deal with.
No, if it's 2 different companies, it's not.
Then I have no clue.
Yeah. No, it's just random. Amazon has everything else, though.
Yeah, pretty much. Amazon got a lot of stuff, man.
Yo, dude, if I, like, for example, I want to purchase an old game for the cheap, and I want the physical. If Best Buy and Target doesn't have it, okay, Amazon. Yeah. And they have it.
No, they do that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, Amazon.
Go use the bathroom.
Dude, that fucking tea went through me. I'm sitting here, like, passing gas, and I'm like, I gotta fucking take a shit, yo.
Oh, you gotta take a shit?
Take a shit. I'm so serious. I don't want to fuck with the camera placement.
I don't either. I thought about it. I'm like,
no.
It's never gonna be
fuck it. All right, hide and go seek. Count to 10, Francis. Oh man, all through wires.
I hope you
appreciate it. Oh my.
You know what would have been so fucked up if you did all that just
to knock over the camera? If I would have done that, I'm just going home. Let's not talk about it. I'm just gonna go home.
Yo, by the way, I low key thought you farted earlier.
I absolutely did.
Okay.
Dude, I've been farting for like the last 10 minutes, dude. Absolutely did. I don't know if it's the tea or the beans or whatever.
If I had to put my money on it, it's the beans, bro.
I'm so fucking commoner, Francis. This shit. I'm old for this. It's supposed to be a professional setting, Francis. I would forget it. Man, fuck that phone. I would forget a shirt, and you're like, oh, just put on this hoodie and zip it all the way up so no one can see your shirt, and then dye a heat stroke. All for our fans, I guess.
So what do? You go back to the thing that made you shit.
What happened? What?
You go back to the thing that made you shit in the first place.
It's good, bro. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. What you mean? Could be, could not be. I honestly don't remember. It was something I thought of while I was over there, and I honestly can't remember at all what it was.
Thought over there?
Yeah. Well, I was over there in that direction, Francis.
Hey, you don't want to say it? I'm not going to say it.
I had to take a shit. Something I thought of while I was in the bathroom.
You had to take a shit.
No,
but
no,
it was
no.
something.
It was something I thought of while I was on the toilet.
Oh, so it probably had nothing to do with investing.
Maybe, I don't remember. It was something I wanted to ask you about on the show. I just couldn't remember. I can't remember what it is.
That's why we have phones, bro.
You mean this? Fuck that phone.
You really hate that phone.
No, the phone's okay. I just didn't think to write it down because I never write down my thoughts because it's a steel trap up here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Nothing.
It's steel, right? But it's like a cage. So when water flows through it, some water just sneaks out the back. You know what I mean? It's like a fence trying to stop an ocean. You see what I mean? It doesn't exactly work.
Yeah, one of those
But-
fences that has the square opening.
Yeah, like a regular fence. Yeah, like a fence.
No, you have the metal gate fences, bro.
Yeah, like that. And it's when the ocean comes through.
Yeah, just go straight through.
Yeah, but the fence is still there because it doesn't get much resistance, so it doesn't break. It's still there. You see what I mean? So it's like a steel trap.
Yo, just so you know, you are the hidden gem of Rhinos and Aliens, bro.
That's what I do. Yeah. There was. Oh, I feel like I was starting to remember it. Fuck, I can't remember what it was, dude. It was. I think it was like something in the news.
Well, first off, do you want to talk about that? The fact that every 2021 Warner Brothers film is going to be released on HBO Max at the same time.
Is it? I actually didn't know that.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no clue.
It was at the beginning of December. They made an announcement.
I had no clue.
Yeah. The moment it releases in theaters, it's going to be free of charge on Amazon.
On HBO
Max.
Wow.
Of course, you have to have a subscription, but
Yeah, but it's not that expensive. I think it's like $12 a month or something.
15.
15, yeah.
but it's the same price as HBO.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And yeah, that's not bad. Wait, so this is Warner Brother movies?
Every single one. So King Kong.
Would that be so? It's
Wonder-
all old movies,
No, like
or new movies coming up.
all their new movies coming out that was supposed to be released in theater. So that's Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, King Kong versus Godzilla,
What studios is Fast and Furious?
Universal.
It's Universal. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Huh. Wasn't that supposed to come out this year, or was that next year?
It was pushed
Regardless.
back to next year.
Yeah, but was it supposed to
Yes.
come out this year? Okay.
Yeah. And many people are blaming Christopher Nolan, Tenet, for the reason why. Because he demanded that the film be released in theaters instead of released next year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, the film's bombing.
Tenet? I've heard good things about it though.
Yeah, but when the theaters aren't open up.
No, I agree. I'm saying
yeah.
I'm just saying like in general. I didn't hear it was a bad movie. I heard it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
How am I going to watch it? The theaters aren't open.
Bro, what you mean? Online.
Bro, you know me. I support my art.
I support my art too by watching free stuff. I remember what I was going to ask you.
Okay.
But this was way earlier when I was thinking about it when we were downstairs. What was the movie that I came over to watch at your house that I can't remember for the life of me? Remember, I came over to watch a certain like trilogy / set, and we watched 2 of them. I think.
In my bedroom?
Yeah.
Oh, the Star Trek films.
Well, it was Star Trek. Okay. For some reason, my head was going to Star Wars, and I'm like, it's not Star Wars. I know it's not Star Wars.
Yeah,
it was Star Trek. That's right.
The remake in Into the Darkness.
Man, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them since that time.
I haven't either.
Nice.
And the third film was actually much better than I was expecting.
I agree. I think. Did I watch the third one?
Yeah,
I
The
should've.
Beyond.
Yeah. I remember I fell asleep
If
in
I'm
movie
cor-
theaters.
If I'm correct, it was me, you, and Adrian.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I remember like half of it, but barely.
Dude, 2016 seems so long.
That was 2016. I'm fucking going home. Excuse me. Dude, you know that blows my mind too. I was looking at something and I'm like, oh yeah, that movie didn't come out too long ago. And then it's like 2013. And I'm like, that's 7 years ago.
Wait, which film, if you remember?
I don't. Oh no, it wasn't 2013. It was 2014.
Okay.
It was Taken 3.
Holy shit. The January 2014.
2014. I was like, that movie came out 6 years ago?
You want to hear? At least for me, it's so crazy because I still... You know The Force Awakens released in 2015, right?
Yeah. And I only know that because the other day I was going through trailers and I saw the Force Awakens trailer and it was like uploaded 5 years ago. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's nuts, dude. Time is flying. We're 25. You're about to be 26, Francis, so watch out, bro.
I'm watching out, bro. I'm like, yo, I don't have... I'm nowhere near to having a kid, let alone the numerous kids I wanted
I
to
said
have.
nothing about a kid, bro. Francis is making kids seem like death. I was talking about death. I'm like, watch out, Francis. You're getting up there in age. Francis is like, nah, fuck them kids, dude. Like, bro, nobody mentioned kids.
Yo, when you think about it, we're a quarter century, bro. That is so...
That's nuts, right? Dude, that's nuts. Bro, we've known each other since...
Sixth grade?
6th grade. That's how old were we in sixth grade?
12.
12?
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Well, technically, you were 11.
I was 11, yeah, because I have the later birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was already 12 just because.
But still, we've known each other longer than a decade.
Dude, it's about
more
to be
than half of our lives.
And it's about to be 15 years.
That's nuts, right? And I've known Adrian since third grade. Well, technically since second grade.
I've known Danielle since second.
Yeah, since I've known Adrian since second. I met Edwin in sixth grade as well.
I've known James since fifth.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
I've known
dude.
my brother since birth, dude. That's fucking nuts. That's nutty, dude.
There was a point in time when I turned 20, for whatever reason, when I went from 19 to 20, my mind just hit this spot like, holy shit, I am growing up.
I hit this spot like a couple days ago where I realized and it hit me because my birthday was last month.
Yeah.
I'm 25 and I'm like, when I was 20, I remember when I was 21, right? No, I remember when I was 18 and I would always tell people I'm 18 and they never believed me. And now I'm looking like, yeah, I'm 25 and I look the exact same way I did when I was 18 and I'm like, yeah, I get it now. I get it now because now I actually do look like I'm 25. But it's still nuts to me, the fact of saying, yeah, I'm 25 years old. And I'm like, bro, like, that's just nuts to me, dude.
It doesn't almost compute.
It doesn't. Because you know how, like, for some reason when you're younger, everyone always asks you your age. You know what I mean? Now nobody asks me how old I am. So I don't say it as often. So it doesn't hit me as much like, oh, yeah, you are 25 years old.
Well, for me, too, I feel when you're in school, every new grade or whatever, it's a significant moment. So you're almost keeping track of.
But now it's just like it's all flying by. Literally all of it. And it's like you said, we're a quarter of a century, which is pretty big. You know what I mean?
No,
quarter of the way through our life if we live through.
Yeah, dude, you go back. I would say you just go back 200 years. There's no guarantee you live past 25 either because of disease, of war. Yeah.
Done nothing with. It's a joke, Francis. It's a joke. Calm down.
No, I know you're joking, but when you think about it, we haven't.
I got a car, dude. I got a car payment and a cell phone bill that needs to be paid.
No, but it's just when I look at certain musicians, bro,
don't compare yourself to celebrities, dude. It's a bad way to go.
How old do you think Billie Eilish is, bro?
I know how old she is.
How old is she?
She's 18. I know how old she is.
She put out her first album when she was 14.
I know. You know how I know? Because I watch her interview every year.
Oh, the Vanity Fair?
I started watching it when she was 17, I think. No, it was the year before that, so 16. I think her first one, because she's only done 3.
Her first one was 16.
Yeah, so I watched it when she was 16, and I literally watch it once every year. She's a good singer, too. I will admit that. She's a good singer. Great voice. So I don't really like her. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't like it. I don't love her songs, but I like them. They're for a certain mood, though. You know what I mean?
For me, it depends which song, because her songs are very varied.
Oh, they have a very wide variety. Yeah. But she can sing her ass off, so good for her.
And bro, she's still young. That's the when her voice.
That's the thing that hits me. She's got the voice of like just an old soulful. You know what I mean?
But when she's gonna keep maturing.
She reminds me like of a young Adele, but more mature voice wise. You know what I mean? Like Adele has a very distinct voice, but Adele sounds like her age. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, Billie Eilish, she has
much older.
She has that distinct voice and that Adele feel, but her voice sounds older and more like soulful. It does. I'm not gonna lie. I love Adele. Adele is one of the only female artists I would like to see live.
I would make the case she probably sounds better live.
That's why I love her. Is because most of her voice is straight raw. Like it's just there.
Yeah.
That's why I love her.
Yeah.
I would like to see her, and I would like to see Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez, you have to give her props. When she first started, she could not sing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that one.
But she is decent.
But she can sing. She can sing now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's a great singer, but she's a good singer. She's better than most people, I will say.
And her past 2 albums are without doubt her 2 best.
And the thing is, I think what makes her really popular is the fact that she's a very wholesome person. Like she seems like she's very nice.
Bro, she is Yo,
She seems like I don't know if her, you know. I mean, if you want to get to know me, I'm on this podcast. Just watch the podcast.
True. There's a reason why Sebastian has a crush on her. She just has that.
She seems like very like just a nice person.
Yo, if you wouldn't, she would be in your life no matter what. If you're dating her or you're just friends,
Yeah,
you
she
want
seems
her.
like a cool people to be around. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another artist that I would probably go see a Lady Gaga concert.
For me, it would depend on the album
That's the thing though. You don't really know until you get there. That's why I said probably.
because bro, I can't think of an artist more than Lady Gaga where I either love her music
Or hate it. It's literally one or the other.
dude, like her new and it's the weirdest thing.
She has a new album?
Yeah.
I don't even know this.
The one with the album with the single from with Ariana Grande, that one, "Rain
When did
on
this
Me,"
come out?
"Rain on" a couple months ago.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so it's,
That's her? It does sound like her, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. I honestly didn't even know. I mean, I knew she was still in music, but I didn't know she was making anything.
yeah.
I have no clue.
Yo, she released the album right around A Star Is Born. It's not country, but it has.
I like that one. That's my whole point. That's why, like, my thing is, I think she's a great singer, and I love her voice. It's just I don't like her songs,
bro.
But I will say, fucking the movie that you just said that I already forgot the name
A
of.
Star Is Born.
Star Is Born. I fucking love that movie, dude.
But she also released the album around that time that is very similar.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, both of those albums, this is Lady Gaga I love. And then this year, she releases the embodiment of the Lady Gaga. You know what's so funny?
Mm-hmm.
The album she released around A Star Is Born is the Lady Gaga in the film before
Yeah.
she became the pop artist.
Yeah.
And then her new album is just the pop artist.
I feel like it's because she's like a combination of both. But I will say, preference-wise, I prefer the.
Yeah, but it's so weird because I can't think of an artist that they switch a genre, and I have such a complete yin yang.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, she's always done her own thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I respect it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't.
It's just I prefer the other stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I'm not like I said. I still think she has one of the best female vocalists. What would you say?
Bare minimum top 10.
Well, no, I'm not saying she's the best. I'm saying who would you say is like top 5, top 10 of female vocalists? Just give me a couple good ones. You don't have to give me like select numbers, but just give me like people who you think are great vocalists, great female vocalists.
Unbiasedly, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande. I think Ariana Grande is the young version of Mariah.
Yeah. I can see that.
Bro,
She can, no, that's the thing. Her voice, she can. Once again, I know she can sing without a doubt. I like it. I just don't like her songs.
oh yeah, but you said best vocalist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I agree. That's why I agree with you.
Lady Gaga, Adele.
You might have to put Billie Eilish there. She's getting there though. That's the thing.
I need to hear more, and I can't say that as an official yes.
Not yet.
If we're being technical, when she does sing, Christina Aguilera.
She can sing. Yeah, she's got pipes.
Yes, she does. And off of the top of my head, that's who I can think of right now.
I feel like there's somebody who I am missing. That's why I asked you to name a couple, but I just can't think of it.
I just named the people you probably would have thought of. Anyways,
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of too. I'm about to have to Google this because there's someone specifically who I'm thinking of, and I just can't think of it right now.
And to be fair, there's a lot of indie artists that can legit sing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What would you say for male?
Oh, I'm forgetting. Yo, bro, Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one band, Florence and the Machine, even though it's not my...
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Like, if you actually listen to her vocals, it might not be the sound you like, but in terms of hitting certain notes...
Yeah. Male artist. What? And it's not best vocalist. It's who would you like to go see at a concert?
Okay, so that...
Because it's hard for me. It's hard to judge a male vocalist.
I was about to say, bro, I couldn't even put up a list.
It's hard to judge. So it's mainly who would you like to see at a concert?
But they're singing, right? Not necessarily...
I mean, it could be a singer, it could be a rapper. That's what I'm saying. Which male artist would you like to go see at a concert?
That's alive?
I mean, it could be passed away. I don't mind.
Mac Miller, bro. I regret not going when he came to Buffalo downtown. When he was at the river. What is that thing called?
Riverworks.
Yeah, bro. because I was supposed to go with James and this other guy when I was working at the Buffalo Zoo. The other guy canceled, and then something happened with James, and I thought, I don't want to go to a concert by myself.
Yeah, I get that. I miss James, dude. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yo, do you know? Have you seen? He's engaged.
Oh yeah. Good for him, dude. Good for him. Congratulations, man.
Congrats.
That was crazy, dude. I was like, yo, that's to me it's just nuts. You know, like I said, you go back to our school, we all have known each other since we're younger. So it's like you hear this person got engaged or this person did this person did this, and you're like, fuck, that's nuts, you know? Because you still think of them basically almost the last time you saw them in high school. You know what I mean?
It puts life into perspective.
Yeah. Luckily, I've seen James. I mean, how long ago? I think last time I saw him, I was here.
Oh yeah. Well, I know you recorded.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though.
But still, 2017. God damn.
You say it, and then you're like, fuck.
Dude, but it's so weird. It's like, I think about it, it's like, okay, that was 16, 18 months ago. And then when I think, it's like, no, bro, that was 3.5 years ago.
That's nuts, dude. But like I said, good for him, dude. I mean, as long as you're happy, dude. If you're happy, I'm happy, man.
He might move to Texas, too, so.
Yeah, he's still in the Army, right?
Oh, Navy.
Navy, it was the Navy. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I knew it was one of the. It was either Army or Navy. That's nuts, dude. It's nuts, right? You just think about it. It's just like fuck. People making things with their lives and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Good for them.
I'm not a people person.
Neither am I.
So when people explain having fun at certain events, I believe you probably had fun,
But you wouldn't have the same fun.
yeah. So
I know that. Yeah.
So the
I'm the
only
same
way I can experience that fun is through entertainment.
I get that. Yeah, I get that because the way you like you see concerts or you see people go to concerts and they're having a blast. I've been to several concerts, and you know, like 2 of them are artists that I really, really, really liked.
Yeah.
And I had a great time, but I didn't have as great as a time as other people.
And
You know
and
what I
even
mean?
though you
But
had
that's just because the atmosphere isn't my atmosphere. It's not the place where I shine.
yeah.
I could have had a concert for one, and that would have made it a million times better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way that I am. It's nothing against people. It's just who
No,
I
it's
am.
just how you're programmed, the way you were born, stuff like that. Yeah.
It's just the way that it is. So, yeah. So is that it? Just Mac Miller?
Most of the people I would see would be the people who are low key, or I feel would sound the most natural compared to their music.
All right. Now give me like 2 names.
Well, Florence and the Machine, I feel like
Okay.
their music would.
I feel like that'd be a solid concert to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adele,
Yeah. I'm telling you, Adele, I feel like an Adele concert would be fucking sick, dude.
especially if it's an indoor concert to where
Yeah.
you could hear the
All
vocals bouncing
hear
off
everything.
Oh
That'd
my
be
god.
nuts, right? That's why I'm saying I want to go.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't. Rappers would be the lowest on my list because every time I looked up a concert of a rapper, their music when they're live is nowhere.
As good as the music you hear when you're listening to music.
And it's not a knock against them, but the way my mind is programmed, I want to see you in person so I could experience it live in person. But at the same time, if your music sounds nothing the same, and I'm not talking about like they changed it up,
I know
but
what
the
you're talking
quality,
about. Yeah, everything just sounds off.
it's like,
I've been to Logic. That's probably might be the only rapper concert I've been to.
but I feel Logic would be dope because he brings the energy.
That's why it was dope, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I consider him to be a pretty good rapper, a decent rapper, if anything.
At the very least.
Yeah, at the very least. People are very, iffy about that subject. That's why I say that like that. Some people don't even consider him to be a rapper.
And most of the time, people say that shit, and it has nothing to do with his actual music.
Yeah. But I've liked Logic since his first album. Or his
No Pressure? Or
I honestly can't remember what it's called right now.
the one with it's talking about Nicki a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is though, I never although I like him as an artist, I don't have a song for him that I like. Sometimes you'll get one song
That clicks with you.
yeah, and sadly none of his songs ever did that for me. But he's so good that I still I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, these songs are trash," because they're not. They're
So
good
it's more
songs.
so a respect than the actual.
Yeah, because he is good. It's just none of his songs really like you say click with me. They resonate with me. But I still went to the concert because because I like his music. So yeah, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't consider him to be one of my favorites. But if you know the music I listen to, I don't listen to a lot of different, like, not different, I wouldn't say. I don't listen to a lot of music in general because music is obviously a very, very broad spectrum. You know what I mean?
And it's very subjective.
Yeah, there's a lot of music in the world. I probably listen to like this much. Like I listen to a lot of different genres, but I listen to the same music. That's, you know what I mean? The same kind of style.
Yeah.
Like, so, and I don't listen to a lot of rap at all. So when he came, I was like, okay, that's decent. Cause I don't really like rap. I mean, I like rap, but I don't like the rap that's out nowadays. I really don't.
And to be fair, Logic is he's easily top 3 best new rappers of his generation.
So like when the time came to see him, I was like, yeah. I mean, and no, the reason why I went to go see him too is because it was when he was like up and coming, like not up and coming, but he was big, but he wasn't huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, it's a good chance to see him, and the tickets were only like $80.
Which that
wasn't even the cheapest ticket. That was like to see him like maybe 50 feet away.
I was about to say that's when you know the difference between when somebody's up and coming and when they made it.
Yeah,
the price of the tickets.
Absolutely, because for literally the same tickets to go see Post Malone, because I do like Post Malone. I love Post Malone. Well, where he is now is iffy right now, but nonetheless, I still like his music for now. But his first album, I love. I love his first album. I like his second album a lot. So like for the exact same seats, because I literally sat in the same, not the same block, but a block over, but in the same, the same section, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
For the exact same one, the Post Malone tickets were like $340 compared to $80.
So quadrupled.
Yeah. Almost in the exact same spot.
Damn.
Yeah. But those are I've only been to 3 concerts. Technically, like, I've been to a bunch of smaller ones with like Yanius and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can give you the biggest names that I can think of the concerts that I went to. Post Malone, Logic, Maroon 5. I went to the Maroon 5 concert downtown.
That would probably be good.
That was dope. And do you know why that was dope? Because my mom won tickets, and we sat in the box seats up at the top. My mom won tickets. That was dope. So we saw those 3.
Was their energy as good in person as it is in the music videos?
Absolutely. And Escape the Fate, which is more like a scene thing. But
and don't forget that one shitty band.
The one that we went to? Yeah. I don't even remember the name of the band. It wasn't 1912 or 19 something, right?
1970.
1970?
3 or whatever.
Something like that?
Yeah.
That was the band though, right? Or whatever it was?
Yeah.
We didn't like them, right? We left, right? There was a band before them that we liked, wasn't there though?
More than them.
Yeah. And then we left like halfway through their stuff. We're just like, let's get out of here, dude. And we were nervous. Not nervous. We were on the way there. We're like, should we even go though? You know what I mean?
Because you remember how I told you that I told you to get the tickets because I just heard their singles. And I really fucked with the singles, including that one single, which is the only reason why we stayed as long as we did.
And then once we heard it, we were out. That's why, once we heard the song you wanted to hear, we were gone.
Yeah. Because I found out that those singles was from an album where the rest of the album was basically girl bait.
Yeah.
And yo, bro, we were the 1% of guys there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was almost all females. That's why it was pretty funny. But I didn't even remember the name of them. That's why I didn't bring them up.
By the way, that was the first official concert I ever went to.
Oh, really?
Great first time, Francis.
Yeah, sometimes you just lose, Francis. First, I went to a bunch of smaller ones with Yanius.
And it was at Darien Lake, too, bro. Those speakers.
Dude, Darien Lake is honestly, it sucks because it's way out there and it's not a great venue. You know what I mean? It's just not.
How do they keep getting all these artists, bro? Those speakers suck.
They pay people, bruh. It's all about paying people.
Fucking crikey, man.
But yeah, I definitely like the one downtown is the center, the arena center.
That's the one you need to
so much better. That's where I saw Maroon 5, and the sound quality is obviously amazingly better. But like I went to a bunch of smaller ones with Yanius when we were in high school. And I remember like 3 of besides Escape the Fate, because they're a bigger band, I remember like 3 names of bands. I remember Melancore, which was solid.
Yo, by the way, would you say the smaller, more intimate concerts are the better ones?
It depends.
Okay.
I would say it depends on who you're going with. If you're going to a solo, absolutely. Absolutely. You feel a lot more connected with the audience when it's like that.
Oh, really?
Absolutely, yeah. But if you're going to like a Post Malone concert solo, really is not great.
That's where you do need your friends.
Yeah. Because it's all those people around you, and it's like you're just solo, so you feel kind of even more isolated. But because of when, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So
even though you're around more people, you actually feel more alone.
Yeah. So it's just, but I remember Melancore, which they were really solid. And I have all these CDs, by the way, because whenever I went, I bought a CD. You know, you support local artists and shit. I remember Melancore. I remember Aria, and I remember what was that? Janus is gonna hate me, and I'm gonna hate myself because I actually really like this band. It was a really good band too, and they were up and coming, and then they like split or something like that. I can't remember. Fuck. I honestly can't remember it. It's gonna bother me, but I won't be able. I'll text Janus later. I'll figure it out.
And you went with him?
Yeah. I always went with him. I never went solo. I went with him.
Where were these concerts?
The Ballroom downtown. I think it's called the Ballroom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, a small little venue.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah. Every time I went with him, it was because he either got free tickets or he paid for me to go, and he just didn't want to go alone. So I was like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, dude, going to
and only once did I enjoy it. It's just not my scene. You know that. It's just not a place I would go. I don't go to concerts.
Well, I thought because it was smaller.
No, it's still nice, but only once where I was like actually in it. Because most of the time when I went, I was just like, yeah, I'm just here with Janus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like, eh. So
you're more so going because of him, not because.
Yeah. I just, I'm like, well, I'm stuck in my house. I'd rather just not be in my house. So, and this was when we were in high school. So, we went with, you remember Dom? We went with Dom a couple times and Josh. You remember Joshua?
I remember Josh.
Yeah. Dom was the tall black dude.
Is he the dude who?
Yeah. Yeah, we went with him a lot. That was really fun.
I heard he was very.
Yeah. Cool. Dude. Yeah, one of the coolest people.
Talk about wrong place, wrong time.
That's life, man. Shit sucks.
Yo, as fucked up as it is, that's why you need to.
Yeah.
I'm careful who I hang out with.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Like lately in my neighborhood, bro, in the last 2 weeks, probably had like 5 shootings, dude.
Official or you've heard?
No, I've heard. I know it's dude, people popping off at like fucking 2 a.m. The one like a week ago, fucking I'm playing the game, dude. And there's like a garage right around the corner from my house, and they're blasting Spanish music, right? And it's just Spanish music has been playing for like 2 hours. And I'm
the
chilling.
good kind or the bad kind?
Oh, it's like it's like old cool Spanish music.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Literally, all the music's playing, and then all you hear is like somebody fire off like 12 rounds, dude. Just mad shots, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look out my window, all I see is like people running around the corner. I was like, fuck that, dude. I don't know what it is. Just people are nuts, dude. People are nuts.
It's gotten worse since the lockdowns too.
Yeah.
Or the pandemic, however you want to go about it.
Man, I just...
Yo, isn't it weird too, like with something like a bullet or any type of weapon where you die instantly? Especially in those situations, one moment you're assuming you're having fun wherever these events are taking place.
And then you're not.
And then the next moment...
It's nothing.
Or whatever is after this life, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's literally life. That's how it goes.
That's fucking...
Crazy.
That's the depressing part of it. Or if you believe in the Matrix, you actually finally wake up into life.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe in the Matrix, I really don't care. I honestly don't, dude. I'm the type of person where it's like, all right, whatever happens when we die, fuck it, we die. I like to think this is like my not my train of thought, but like my, I guess you could call it a belief. I like to believe that whatever you think is gonna happen to you happens to you when you die. You know what I mean? So if you believe in heaven and hell, that is where you go. If you believe in reincarnation, that is where you go. If you believe that you just wither away and your existence is no longer necessary, that's what happens. Whatever you want to believe happens, that's good for you. I hope that happens. That's what I believe. That way everybody wins. You know what I mean?
That's a good belief to have.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I can't back it up. What am I supposed to do? Give you facts, call it faith.
Can anybody
Give you
back
faith
up?
and call it facts.
Can anybody back it up?
Exactly. That's why I'm like, mine's as good as theory as the rest of them.
Yo, any theory technically is as good as the rest of them in terms of the
after. Can back it up.
Yeah. Yo, okay, so at one point in time, you remember we were discussing the downtown thing? The downtown Buffalo studios?
Yeah.
I got information because we didn't know exactly what was going on.
The tea is not good for me, dude. Welcome back, guys.
I wish we recorded that.
Yeah, good thing we did. People are gonna judge me hard, bro. They just want you to think that.
That was the Matrix. I took the red pill. You know the red pill opens your mind, right? It opens your booty hole, bro. The Buffalo movie studio? That's
yeah.
right near your
You're
house.
gonna tell me some things.
Yeah, because we brought it up on the last Boner show.
Did we?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was a while back. The company doing it is Great Point Capital Management. It's UK based.
No, I didn't know that.
It's media focused investment fund that's run by Robert Homme and Fami Zeko. Mm-hmm. And they plan. We did talk about how it's a $50 million
Yeah.
film and television studio complex, but specifically, the firm in 2020 signed a deal with Rich Holdings to buy a site where it's 20,000 square feet for stages and another 70,000 square feet for office and any other type of support space. The studio will be built in 2 phases. The construction on phase 1 slated in the start of September, and it's going to be done by fall 2021.
That's not happening.
Yes, because this information was released before the pandemic.
Yeah, I was like, that's not happening because I live right there and they have not started construction at all.
Yeah.
It is flat now. It is a flat space, so that's a plus.
But was that flattened before or during the pandemic?
It was flattened during.
Oh, okay.
At the start of the year, they had knocked the building down.
I remember that.
Yeah, they knocked all the buildings down there, but there was still all the rubble and everything. And now it's like flat with gravel. Yeah,
So basically, in 9 months, they just flattened it.
pretty much.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. So I would more so say that whole plan was probably pushed back at least a year.
At least, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's, still depending on what's going to happen from now,
True. It
Yeah.
could be pushed back even further depending what goes on with the state.
Yeah, I think the city, I probably would try to push it through, though.
As, what's the word that they've been using? Essential?
Yeah. Because having that studio in Buffalo is going to be a very big win for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the city wants that kind of publicity, I guess you could say.
I only wanted to say that though because we knew how much they were investing and stuff, but I didn't know the company who was actually funding it.
Yeah, I had no
was
clue either.
UK based.
Yeah,
and then
same.
I didn't know the actual square footage. 20,000, like that alone is like damn. But another 70,000 square feet.
That's so 70,000 square feet would be.
Because the 20,000 is directly.
Where's
going,
that from? That's. I mean, it can go because it's doing square feet, right?
Yeah. Because from what I know of the place that's across the street, the big massive spot, that's where the actual film studio is.
Yeah.
But across from your house, that's where it was at least parking, but they might also try to combine that into.
Because 70,000 feet is more than the lot over there. That's why I'm wondering.
I don't know.
That's why I'm wondering where they're going to get that space from.
Because the lot across from you is only twice as large, or is it even that large compared to the actual film studio area?
I don't know.
I know it's not over 3 times. So,
You mean the lot that they flattened, right?
well, you know how there's a lot in front of your house, right?
Well, and technically, right in front of my house is a National Grid building.
What's right next to it? Isn't there a whole bunch?
There's one house, and then there's a parking lot. There's a giant parking lot for Rich's product across the street. From
the article I read before the pandemic, they were going to buy that out and do something with that.
The parking lot?
Yeah.
Huh. That would explain because right on the other side of Rich's products, they opened another parking lot, but it's smaller. So that might be for Rich's employees now, or going to be for. You know what? That actually makes sense though, because ever since this happened, I haven't seen anyone been parking in Rich's that parking lot across the street from me. I haven't seen anyone parked there. Like usually there's cars every day there because
Oh, I was about to say every time I went to your house,
every day there's cars, and I don't see any cars in there now. So that's probably a reason. But still, that's still not enough square foot, dude. If you think about it, 70,000 square foot.
It's 3.5 times where they're building the film studio.
Yeah, but okay, so 70,000 square foot means it's 70,000 feet this way and 70,000 feet this way, right? That's square foot, right?
Technically, yeah.
Or do you think they mean like area?
Well, the way I'm looking at it, not directly across, but the left of you.
Yeah.
That's where they're putting the actual film studio.
Yeah.
So they're considering that area.
How big is that?
They're considering that area 20,000 square feet.
So, and then the park, and the other thing was 70,000.
Yeah,
so it'd be 3.5 times bigger.
Whatever that, yes.
No, that parking lot's not 3.5 times bigger.
I know. Yeah. So I don't know where. That's why I brought up the information because I'm like, yo, 70,000 for the office buildings and support.
Yeah.
And bro, you can't go much further around that area and find 70,000. No. So unless they are splitting it up,
or maybe they plan on buying more space. Or maybe they have bought in the space, they just haven't made it public yet. Or they haven't done anything with it yet because of COVID.
That could be it, too. Yo, did you hear about the space across from Tesla? Another company, I believe, from Canada.
I do know the space you're talking about. Is it like across the street?
Directly across.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about then.
Supposedly a company from Canada purchased all that land, and they want to build a movie and TV studio there.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
So hypothetically...
Dude, if you think about it, though, Buffalo's a really good place for that. Because we have a lot, like, close by, we have a lot of, like, geography. Like...
Diversity, though.
Yeah, you can get, like, city, you can get country, you can get, like, you can be based
Suburbs.
in Buffalo. Yeah, you can be based in Buffalo, but you're literally, like, an hour drive from Canada, which is even more scenery. Like...
Yo, you're not even 40 minutes from Niagara Falls, US side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of places you can get to really quickly.
You could get to the
solid.
US just driving in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I said US to Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot out there, and for a 2-hour drive, it's not bad.
Oh, bro, that's...
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, if you think about it, like, it's a solid place.
And another thing, too, if you're going to have massive production hubs, you need a lot of people. If you need a lot of people, you need them to live. Technically, compared to the LAs, the San Franciscos, the New York Cities, even the Miamis, it's cheap as hell to live in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, if you compare it to any of those big boys.
So if you're trying to, quote-unquote, recruit talent, you could technically pay them somewhat less, but if you're paying them less, they're actually making more because they're not spending it on rent or mortgages.
Yeah.
So it's smart no matter which way you look at it, from an actual expenses perspective or filming.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of years.
Hypothetically, would you work for either of those studios?
Depending on what for, then give me a role. What am I interviewing for today, Francis?
I guess job position? Anything is open, right? For me it would be, what am I getting paid?
Is it for whatever I want to work? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the job position that I'm trying to get?
Would you work for anything if you were part of this, like that studio system? If it was
nah, I wouldn't be like an assistant. Fuck that.
Oh, I would no.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Nah. So like but that's the thing. Like, obviously, I'm putting it realistic, where it's like it has to be a job that I can do. You know what I mean?
And you're quote unquote qualified.
Like just moving stuff around. Like if I had move a bunch of props and shit like that. Yeah, absolutely.
What would your bare minimum pay be?
I mean, like, give me good money. Hey, give me like $16 an hour. Call it even.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, literally just all you gotta do is move props around.
Now this is the thing though. What if it's one of those like 6 days a week jobs?
No, fuck that. Any job, you know what I love? Jobs that are like, oh yeah, it's full time, and full time's 40 hours. But then they're like, but it's mandatory overtime. Motherfucker, fuck that. I'm working 40 hours a week, and that's not maximum. That's literally that's it. I'm working 40 hours a week. If I want to work overtime, I work overtime. But there was one job, I think it was Adrian who had it or something, and on the 1 days it was mandatory overtime. It was like once every other week you had to do mandatory overtime on a day, so you had to work an extra 10 hours that week, and if you didn't, it was like they were like, don't come back to the job. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? There shouldn't be any mandatory overtime.
Well, that's how that one carpenter dude was.
Oh, he did the same thing? Yeah, but he was a bitch and didn't pay you anyways.
No. The not the installer. I worked for a
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, where I was on my 14th hour, and it was getting dark. And then the next day, I was going to have to work at least another 12 hours. And I'm like, yo, it's 14 fucking hours, bro. I'm going home. We're not going to be done for at least another hour. I'm going home. And then he just fired me.
Yeah, that's life.
Like, okay, cool, bro.
Yeah, fuck it.
Dude, fuck, bro. See, my thing, I could even do 13 hours. Once you go past 13 and you're going into that 16 shit, dude.
Who you telling, bro? I lived the life of 16-hour shifts. I lived that shit, and it's bad. But I tell you what, I prefer that than working 5 days a week.
Well, this is what I was going to say. What if the job was mandatory overtime every week, but it was like you worked 4 12-hour shifts?
Then where's the mandatory overtime? Is it that fourth day? That fourth 12-hour shift?
4 12-hour shifts. You're working.
Is it every week? Or,
yeah, every.
Oh, fuck that, no.
But you would do every other week?
Yeah.
So 40, 48, 40, 48,
yeah.
40, 48?
Yeah. Well, technically, it would be 36, 48, 36, 48.
Oh, fuck that! In your job, you're working 40
working
and then,
full time. Yeah, working full time, 40 hours.
Well, to
me, full time is anywhere between 36 and 40 hours, depending on, because some people pay you for breaks, some people don't.
That is a valid, bro.
Because like working at Tim Hortons, full time was not 38 hours. It wasn't 40 hours. It was 37 and a half.
Really?
Yeah, because you worked 8 hours a day
and
5 days a week.
Oh, so they didn't
that half hour you didn't get paid for.
So they didn't make you work 8.5.
Yeah, you lose 2.5 hours.
That is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why when I'm on break, I don't work. If I work there and you don't pay me for my break, I am not working on my break. It's just that simple.
That is bullshit.
I never worked on my break, so it didn't matter.
Oh, hell, bro, anybody who works on their breaks
is a fucking fool. Unless you pay me to work. Like when I was working in the hospital, I got paid to work on my break. So if I had to do anything and I was on break, I'm like, all right, well, at least I'm getting paid regardless. You know what I mean? True. And not only that, but they were fair enough where it's like, okay, you had to work on your break. Well, just, take an extra 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So it always evened out fine.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
How'd we get here?
Because we were talking about the movie studio details.
There we go. I completely forgot, dude. Oh, yeah. What job would I want, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, like, moving props. I'd be a director because I can shout at people. This isn't what I see. This isn't it, guys. All right? Just cut it. We'll start tomorrow. Look at that. Didn't I sound like a director?
You low-key, I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was director or a fashion designer.
Yeah, exactly. They do the same thing. All they do is shout at people. They shout at people who don't get things right.
You think Christopher Nolan shouts at people?
Absolutely. There's not enough boom, guys. I need more oomph from those explosions.
I think that's more Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Christopher Nolan's the other guy. You know me, I don't really know directors like that. I know names, but I don't remember the movies that they make.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I like Christopher Nolan, actually. No, I don't think I think Michael Bay yells at people. I don't think Christopher Nolan. I mean, he might I don't feel like he yells.
I think he's a Belgie.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he gets stern sometimes, Mm-hmm. Guys, you're not doing this right.
He makes you feel more disappointed than mad.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yo, okay, so because we were talking about this off, Okay, so in 2014, Fiat and Chrysler came together. They
Yeah.
created the FCA.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it.
Are you serious?
I told you I didn't know this. Remember?
I thought you didn't know about the next thing.
No, I didn't know about that at all. In general,
Oh.
yeah. I'm learning.
Okay, because you're I would say you're more knowledgeable about cars. Does Fiat and Chrysler go together? Do you think?
Not really, not for me, but I mean, now they do. I never see them working together, but hey, like I said,
If you're wondering, by the way, from 1925 to 1998, it was known as Chrysler Corporation.
I did know that actually.
Okay, so from 1998 to 2007, it was called Daimler Chrysler.
I had no idea about that.
From 2007 to 2009, it was known as Chrysler LLC.
Yeah, I knew that.
From 2009 to 2014, Chrysler Group.
Yeah, I knew about the Chrysler Group. Yeah.
Okay, so do you know why they kept changing their name? So basically, they went 75 years, 73 to be exact, as Chrysler Corporation, and
I
then
don't know why they kept changing their name.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, do you know like Dodge Rams, like the trucks?
yes,
You know they're not called Dodge Rams anymore. They're just called Rams. Like they're not called Dodge Rams. They're literally just called Rams now. They're
What?
still owned by Dodge. They're still made by Dodge, which is Chrysler. But I guess they just want to be called Rams now.
Is that the same thing like with the Charger? Like it's only called the, I mean
It's still the Dodge Charger though. And people call it the Dodge Charger.
Then what's
it's the make and model, but I think it's because like Dodge wants to be not Dodge. I don't know. I don't know how it goes, but I think it's just because they want like when they see the trucks, they want to think Ram, and then when you
Is
see
that the same thing with the Challenger, or does Dodge not own the Challenger?
Dodge owns the Challenger as well. Yep,
But
Dodge Challenger.
did they? Because I remember they only call it the Challenger now, right? Or do they still call it the Dodge Challenger?
I'm pretty sure they still call it the Dodge Challenger.
Oh, okay.
I mean, mainly people will obviously go, yeah, it's the Challenger, but I'm pretty sure like because I'm saying this because if you go to like their website, you don't see Dodge Ram 2020. You just see Ram 2020. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I guess that goes with branding, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just weird, but I mean, to each their own.
And then, as we just said, from 2014 to 2020, Fiat Chrysler. But now it's called what? How did you pronounce that?
I don't remember. What does it say? Let me see it. Let me read it. Is it that S word?
Yeah.
Stellantis?
So what?
Stellantis?
Stellantis.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that name?
I mean, all right.
Well,
I feel stellar, man.
But my thing, how do you go from Chrysler to Stellantis? But I have the
the wrong person, dude.
Okay, so Stellantis is a combination of FCA and what's that? Pugo?
Oh, Peugeot.
Pew,
Like a church pew. Peugeot.
Joe.
Peugeot. There you go.
SA. This name is rooted in the Latin verb stello, meaning to brighten the stars. The name's Latin origins pay tribute to the rich history of its founding companies, while the evocation of astronomy captures the true spirit of optimism, energy, and renewal driving this industry-charging merger.
Awesome.
This name change will only be placed at the corporate level. So meaning whenever you see the cars will keep be it Fiat or Chrysler or whatever those companies own. By the way, did you know Fiat is an acronym of Fabbrica Italiana Automobile Torino?
I did not know that, but I knew it was an acronym.
Well, I didn't know it was an acronym whatsoever.
Yeah, I knew it was an acronym of something Italian because of Top Gear.
Well, that makes sense why they're all capitalized. That's another. I didn't know that. I just thought they wanted to go bold and have every letter capitalized. But
Fiats are nice cars too.
No, they are.
Get the Fiat Abarth, bro. I'll be smoking everybody.
Yo, but what was that one thing you said? It's because the reason Fiat and Chrysler came together, who knows? Because they have nothing in common whatsoever, in my opinion.
It's just weird. Like I said, Fiat is an Italian company,
Yes.
right?
But they're the complete opposite of what Chrysler represents and makes, in my opinion.
I feel like Italian cars are known to be like very. I guess the easiest way to put it is like passionate. You know what I mean? Italian people are very passionate. You know, they're known to be very
have
passionate.
style.
Yeah. Like stylish. That's a pretty good term. And it's just like, to me, Chrysler
Is the complete? It's so corporate.
yeah, it's like
But
yeah, it's rough.
I would even say more so than Ford. Like Ford created the assembly. Well, they didn't create, but they made the assembly line popular.
Yeah.
And they could be considered corporate, but Ford has always been family owned, so it still has that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you made that funny joke about Chrysler and
Yeah. Because Peugeot is like, from what I remember off of Top Gear, Peugeot is like made fun of very heavily
because it's a British car, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, it is an English car, I guess you could say. I mean, it's in other places of the world. We saw Peugeots when we were in Greece.
Yeah, but do you know where Peugeot was invented?
No, I don't actually. But I just know that in Top Gear, it's heavily made fun of for being like, I don't want to say like an unreliable car, but I guess like,
It's not going to last like a Toyota.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to think of an English car to compare it to, and I guess you would say a Ford. You know what I mean? Like, you know how Ford trucks, people say Ford trucks are reliable, but Ford cars are not. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So you see what I mean? It's like people make fun of that the way they make fun of that. Yeah. But I can't really think of like, I know Chrysler has like the Chrysler 200 and 300 and I mean, technically
but from
Dodge.
everything I know, those cars don't last 10 years. Like,
No, not at all.
within 6 to 8 years, you better rely on getting a new car.
Always, dude. Yo, I'm telling you, you want to know what cars last and what cars don't, just go to a junkyard. I swear to God, if you go to a junkyard, dude, every time I go to a junkyard, you know the cars you see the least? Toyota, Nissan. You'll see very little
A lot
of
of
those
the
cars.
Japanese cars, right?
Yeah, yeah. I like trying to find my truck in a junkyard is damn near impossible. I have only ever seen it once, and all the times I've been to a junkyard.
Yo, now thinking about that blows my mind. I'm trying to think because I've been to
You know
junkyard.
what car you'll see a lot in a junkyard?
Which one?
Ford Explorers. Every single time when I needed anything for my Ford Explorer, I went to the junkyard. There was always multiple Ford Explorers.
And what did you always say about that vehicle?
Surprisingly, that vehicle is nuts. Like, I had a lot of issues, but nonetheless, still, the joint ran for me for almost 2 years.
But it was a money pit.
Yes and no. It kind of depends. It depends on how much you think about that. You know what I mean? Like, how much money did I actually put into it?
Yeah, but
Because I bought it for, maybe $1,200, and then I sunk maybe $900 into it. But that's for 2 years, so that's not bad.
yeah, but I was more so you are right from a pure cash perspective, but in terms of how many times you had to keep fixing this thing or that.
Oh, yeah,
thing,
absolutely. Yeah.
It might have not been.
I had my battery die. I had to replace the battery. Then my alternator died. I had to replace the alternator. Power steering went. Had to replace the power steering. Muffler fell off. Had to replace that. Had to get new tires. Yeah.
So you might not be losing money. You're definitely losing time wise.
But for a $1,200 car, it was. But my thing is though, after all that, it still ran. I got into an accident with that car and completely busted up the front end, replaced the front end, and it still ran. That's the thing. Like, the motor still ran, and it still got me from A to B. That's why I can't talk shit about it. But my whole thing is, you see a lot of them in the junkyard, though.
By the way, it's a French company.
Peugeot?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And that makes sense by that name.
Yeah. I don't know how to put it. I feel like it's not as bad as everyone says, but because it has such a bad name, nobody trusts it. You know what I mean? Like, the only time someone gets a Chrysler is when they have to get a Chrysler. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know Dodge and Chrysler are the same thing. You'd be surprised, dude.
Oh.
And people trust Dodges.
Well, to be specific, when Wayne talks about Chrysler, he's specifically talking about the Chrysler line of vehicles.
Yeah, but Chrysler owns Dodge.
Yeah, but Chrysler also makes their own.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because technically, doesn't GM owns what? Maine? They own Chevy, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like just because
don't know.
one brand might have, like just because this one brand or for example, Volkswagen owns all
Everything. Volkswagen is the ruler.
Yeah, because maybe Volkswagen might not have this high. Obviously, it has high quality, but it might have a quality of a 7. That doesn't mean that Mercedes is also a 7.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, no, people don't.
Yo, the
People
car
don't really
company
drive
is
Chryslers, dude.
the car company is weird too, bro. The way some of these companies purchase other companies. It's just like, yo,
Yeah.
bro.
Chrysler, like I said, the only good Chrysler car I can think of is like a Chrysler 300. The Chrysler 200 is nice too, but those are like the only two Chrysler cars I can think of.
Honestly, bro, the only Chrysler cars I can think of is those commercials back then where they were slowly, like when they emphasized being made in Detroit. Do you remember those commercials?
Nah, I didn't watch TV when I was younger.
Well, it's like they were on YouTube too, bro.
Oh, then maybe, I don't know. But I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was. I believe a couple years after the Great Recession, and they wanted to revamp Detroit and American cars because you remember American cars took a big hit during the recession.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
And Chrysler was one of the numerous American car companies that was bailed out. Yo, by the way, do you know Ford is the only American car company never bailed out by the government? And even though Ford got money from the government in the 2008 crisis, they fully paid it back. No. So they don't count that as a bailout.
I have no clue. I had no clue.
Yeah. Every other company got a bailout, and they never paid the government back.
That sounds about right.
Yo, that's another thing, bro. That's why I really respect Ford, because they have never sold their company, and you have to give them credit for that.
I will never buy another Ford SUV or car, but I will buy a Ford truck. Because one of my dreams is to own a old F-250.
Are those classic curved ones?
No, they're not curved. They're more boxy. It's like a 70s F-250.
I can't. I know I'm thinking of an old Ford truck, but it had
Not
the
that
more
old. Not that old. I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Not
okay,
that
okay.
old. I'll show you a picture. The style hasn't changed much on them, so you've probably honestly seen a couple around.
Seen it?
Yeah.
So you would never get a what's their sport vehicle where they made the movie, the Mustang, or is that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that's
That's a
technically
muscle car though. It's a Ford car, yeah, but it's a muscle car. It's different.
muscle. Oh, hey, bro,
It's different, bro.
I'm so foreign to cars.
But I mean, like I don't, because I've had a Ford. I had the SUV.
yo, bro.
And
Take that back. You can't even buy a Ford car anymore. They stopped making them. Didn't you hear about that? They are only making trucks and their Mustangs now. Yeah, it was a big announcement.
I don't remember.
2021 forward.
They're not making the GT anymore.
What's the
Their
GT?
supercar.
No, they're still making those, but I meant like any. Bro, wasn't that in the Walking Tall?
Yeah, it might have been a Ford. Yeah, I don't know specifically what car.
No,
it
but
was.
the box. Yo, I know.
Yeah,
yes.
that's the style that I like. Like that's my shit, dude. That's what I want.
Really?
Yeah. I've always wanted an old Ford truck.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm correct, they made an announcement they're only making trucks, the Mustang, and then their GT, the expensive one. Yeah, they completely got out.
So no more Ford Focus?
Nope.
No more Ford. What else is there? Whatever the hell else they got. That's what I'm looking for right now. 'Cause I honestly don't remember. Vehicles. Here we go. Cars. Let's click on it. Ford Fusion. 2020 Ford Fusion. When did they announce this? They only have the Fusion and the Mustang, though.
Yeah. Right.
Fusion, Mustang, and the Escape. Oh, yeah, they're making the Bronco. Don't forget the Bronco came back. The Ford Bronco. They're still making 2021 Explorer.
Yeah, okay, so Ford announced that they're going to stop selling every car in North America but the Mustang and the Focus Active. So basically,
So the Fusion, they'll get rid of the Fusion too then.
yeah,
When was this?
This is end of 2018.
Well, they'll get there eventually. I mean, so far they only have, like I said, they only currently have two cars. Not including SUVs, they only have two cars, the Fusion and the Mustang. But they don't have a 2021 Fusion, they only have a 2020 Fusion.
Well, technically, they probably wanted to use up the parts, right? Because they're making
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like right now, currently, that like they're not there yet, but they could be getting there. So, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Well, like you said, they make shitty cars, so
Yeah. Not shitty cars, just not great cars. I'm just saying, like Ford is known for reliable trucks, hands down.
yeah. So a Mustang is a car, but it's a muscle car.
Yes,
Okay.
but I wouldn't buy a new Mustang. I would buy an old Mustang.
Oh,
there's a difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in the group where people say buy like a 1969,
Yep,
1970?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll take a fastback too, though, like a 71, 72.
Yo, bro, this is the only reason why I know about this stuff because of Joe Rogan. He says the same thing. His ideal is a 1969, 1970, but he could go as far as 1972 or 3.
Yeah.
But there is a big difference between, like, the moment you go 1 year further.
Oh, absolutely, because there are some styling issues that have come with the muscle cars. Muscle cars used to look great, but they also used to look very, very bad.
What's your problem with current day muscle cars like the Mustang?
Oh, the new Mustang looks amazing. I just don't want anything new.
Because of the electrical stuff?
Mm-hmm. The more electric it is, I don't mind electric power. I'm talking about the more everything technology else that's in it. Like I said, one thing wrong goes electrical, everything goes fucking wrong, dude. It's just a shit show.
And that's including like the touch panels and stuff?
All that. I mean, would I drive it? Yeah, but it wouldn't be something I would like. Like if I had to choose between the newest one and a 69, 69 out of the way.
All the analog stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just the way I roll.
It's because, like you said, that stuff you could technically fix yourself. Anything of the electrical stuff, the moment it starts breaking, unless you're
an electrician or a computer whiz or somewhere along those lines in engineering, you got to go to somebody else for help, And it's nice to fix things by yourself.
But don't you think they're almost doing that on purpose? They want you to only be able to go to them to fix it.
Absolutely. You know what they call dealerships, right? You know what they call them?
Oh, no.
Stealerships. I'm so serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. Because they steal you all your money, dude.
Bro, I don't like dealerships, dude.
Yeah. They'll fuck you up, dude. But
yo, because every time, like, for example, if you go to a dealership to fix your car, yes, they will fix what needs to be fixed, but they just happen to find other stuff wrong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing, right? I go in for my brakes, right? But when I go in for my brakes, they hear, oh, you want to know every single thing that's wrong about your truck right now, even if it's not major? And the answer is no, I don't. I just want you to fix my brakes.
Or you know what I like too? Like, for example, as a simple example, tires, right? Your tires let's say your tires can last 5 years. They're 2.5 years old. So technically, they're not in the best condition. So instead of waiting another 2 years until when you really need to change them, like, yo, why don't you change them now?
Nah, bro.
So you could
still got 2 years of life, bro. And I'm fucking already negative in my bank account. How am I supposed to buy these tires that you magically want to put on my truck?
Yo, and it's so funny too because you know how I wear my tires to the bare limit. Every single time I go into the dealership, every single year, they say the same fucking thing. Yo, you should replace your tires.
Bro, they road legal still. Leave me alone. They road legal. Leave them alone.
Yo, and you know how I knew they were full of shit? Because 2 years ago, I went in for something was wrong, and it had nothing to do with the tires. They said something about the tires, and they said, you should get them changed because they're borderline not legal. But then I went to a completely private company down the road for my inspection, and yo, my tires passed with flying colors. I'm like, because
there's it's very simple. If they're over the thing, then you're fine.
Yeah.
If they're under it, you're not fine.
But to just go off of the dealership, they're car salesmen for a reason.
They they need to sell you that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you more from them than anywhere else. So
not that too.
Francis, I just realized I don't know what your dream car is. I don't even know if I know you anymore.
Are we being realistic or my actual dream car?
No, dream car.
Okay.
What's a car that you want to own?
Okay.
Like that, if you can pick one car to drive right now and you can own that car, what would it be?
A $10,000 bike.
I said car. I didn't say mode of transportation. I said car.
But that I view that as a car.
Yeah, but it's not a car because you said $10,000 bike. So I'll ask you again. What is your dream car, Francis?
Dream car?
Or give me a car that you really, really like, I guess.
Okay,
that you wouldn't mind driving.
Okay, is this specifically for driving or does this include everything else that comes with owning the car?
Everyday driving. Like you didn't have to, but you don't, I'm not saying you have to actually pay the bill or anything like that. I'm just saying if I can give you any car to drive for the next week for free, what would it be? I'll even give you gas money.
But listen to what I'm saying. Is it strictly just for how the driving feels or is it everything else that comes with?
What else comes with it, dude?
You know what else comes with it.
What do you mean?
Okay, even though I hate them, my dream car would be the Tesla Roadster.
Okay, there you go.
However, if we're talking about everything else, I want a $2 million Lamborghini,
Okay.
and I'm getting my dick sucked by as many bitches as possible.
Bruh, this has nothing to do with your dream car, bruh.
But what are we in my
You're
dream?
talking about the status that comes with having a Lamborghini.
Bro,
That's why I asked you, what do you mean when you say everything else that comes with it? I'm like, what do you mean everything else? It's a car. It comes with the car stuff. I don't know. You're talking about the status, the opinions of other people?
you said dream. When I'm dreaming about more than just driving the car.
Okay, so I see what you're saying now. But you could have just gave me two answers. You could have said a Lamborghini and a Tesla.
But
Roadster.
you said you pick one.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could have just been like, well, a Tesla Roadster to drive and a Lamborghini to get my pee sucked. I would have been like, all right, cool.
Okay, that's
What
fair.
kind of Lamborghini?
I don't know the
I
difference.
didn't think you would. Okay, is it a typical Lamborghini, like the one everyone sees everywhere?
No, well, I know there's differences in prices, so I wouldn't want the cheap model.
Well, they're not all the same, but yeah.
I would want the ones in the millions, the ones you normally can't rent.
Yeah.
Because women are catching on now. A lot of guys are renting these, so
Oh
they're
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
so they're not giving it up as easily. So I would want the one.
So you would want the one to fool them. Is what you're telling me. That's what you're saying, Francis.
Hey, bro, they're using me. I'm going to use them.
That's got nothing. I got nothing to do with this. So Tesla Roadster, it is. All right, cool.
Yo, bro,
I'm not gonna lie. I would like a Tesla.
Bro, from what everybody says in the videos I see, it's
It's nuts.
it's
Safety wise, it's nuts. It's nuts. Power wise,
Noise-wise?
yeah. It's electric. Yeah, it's beautiful.
it is. As much as I can't stand the company, it's like, yo, I respect.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even though the company is like that, but you got to admit that's a good car. Like, especially for the price too. If you think about it, for the price, it's a great car.
Yo, all of them, even the Roadster, I believe
They're making a cheaper one too, right? Aren't they making like a $20,000 Tesla?
Yeah, but there's nothing official. They just said it. There's like no actual. They're releasing so many models now.
Yeah, it's surprising, right?
Yeah.
I remember when Tesla was just like,
one car.
yeah, it was when we were in high school.
And to be fair, I never even really knew they were a car company. I just knew there was a company called Tesla.
Yeah. I remember because I remember reading the stats and it was nuts. And I'm like, just when you go into electric cars, the stats are just going to get crazy. Because there's no power delay. It's all there. It's freaking crazy.
You're talking about from the 0 to 60.
Yeah,
and,
all that stuff, range, everything. It's nuts.
Yo, the Roadster supposedly is going to go 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds.
I believe it. If they focus on that, I believe that absolutely. Because the S does like, I think it's like 2.4, 2.3 in 0 to 60.
That's insane.
Something like that. If you get the max model.
Oh yeah, because there's different. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nuts, dude. And the thing is too, because the way they have their weight distribution, it's bottom heavy. Tesla's bottom heavy because batteries are heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And they put them like perfectly inside the Tesla, so that way the weight distribution's perfect. That's why a Tesla will almost never flip over.
Really?
Almost never. If obviously giving enough speed and enough power, it will.
But theoretically,
theoretically, it's because it's so bottom heavy. I think they said like if it ever does land on its side or anything like that, it won't ever like stay on its side because the bottom is so heavy.
Wasn't that one of the biggest problem with muscle cars in the late 70s and 80s is because of that weight distribution?
Yes and no. The problem with cars back then was a lot of it was made out of steel. So. And back then, a lot of the engines, although they had horsepower, it wasn't well distributed. If that's a good term, you could think about it. Like right now, like although a car will only have like 200 horsepower,
it's actually better than
it's better than a car back then that had 200 horsepower because it's just the way that they distribute that power. Because most of the cars
more efficient, right?
And most of the cars back then were rear wheel drive. So
that is
and I'm pretty sure back then they really didn't think about weight distribution and stuff like that. So I'm definitely sure, but it all worked out more or less because the engine's almost always in the front.
Okay.
So there's obviously a lot of weight to the engine.
Yeah.
But so like and then you're sitting in the middle, so that kind of helps out, and then you got the back. So it's kind of like I guess you could say that, but the thing is, although it's heavier in the front, the power comes from the back. You see what I mean? because it's rear wheel drive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You see, it's. I'm just saying nowadays, like cars are literally split 50-50 weight distribution.
Even the cheaper ones?
Not all of them. I'm just saying, but they can be split
on average.
Yeah, and the best thing for a car is if it does have 50-50 weight distribution. But some cars do better with like 60-40, depending on the car. I don't know.
The design and stuff?
Yeah, it's stuff like that. The Tesla, what's so cool about it is that the fact is I believe they have a motor behind, because there's a motor for each wheel. You know what I mean?
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure there's a motor for each wheel that goes off of one battery or several batteries. I'm not sure how it works. But what I remember was, what I think at least I'm remembering is that because each motor has a separate wheel, the weight distribution is great because it's the motor. The motor for that wheel is right there. You know what I mean? So like if you had a square box,
it's easier to make
literally weight here, here, and here right at the end. So it's like it's flat, perfect. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of you have a car whose motor's right here,
so you have
but
to
the
come
power
up,
has to flow back into the back axle to then rotate the tires back here.
Yeah.
And then he has to push the entire car.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, because the power is coming in all four
areas.
At the same time, it doesn't. Each motor has to. It's not pushing as much. You know what I mean? Because they're all moving the same weight.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So they're all.
So not only is it equal weight, it's equal power too. At the same
exactly.
time.
So it's genius.
When you look at the results too, like even if you don't know anything about cars, when you see what is considered just like a average car, like the 50-60 range, right?
Uh-huh.
And when you just look up the stats for those models, it's like, just from a price perspective, these cars should not be as efficient and as fast as they are.
Mm-hmm. That's just the way it works, man. I'm telling you, it's nuts, dude. I'm telling you, dude, cars are nuts. You put some modifications on them and you do whatever the hell you want, man.
I know it's
you've never been into them, I know.
I'm just like, I really am a nature person, and when I look at cars, it's the embodiment of man and not nature.
That's why you got to see where they clash, dude.
What do you mean about that?
You bring your embodiment of man, your car, into nature. See what happens. Go on a long road trip, Francis.
No, I do agree about that. I love the concept of a road trip, especially if it's with a group of people that you really.
Yeah, it depends. That'll make or break the road trip. What do you think my dream car is? You won't guess it, but what do you think it is? Because you're not even a car person. There's no way you'll guess it.
I don't know, bro.
It's a Mazda.
Really?
Mazda RX-7, the FD model.
But I'm assuming that's a speed car?
You know Han's car from Tokyo Drift?
The black and orange?
Yes.
That's dope.
Not that specific, like that's how I want my dream car to look.
But that
model?
That model?
Yeah, with a certain body kit and a certain color. Yeah, that's my dream car. And it's not even that expensive, but that's my dream car. Like, that's the car that I want to drive around. That's the car where when I'm 40, I park it in, the garage, and I only bring it out during the summer.
Can I tell you something? The only reason why I'm even as much interested in cars is solely Tokyo Drift. No other Fast and Furious film. Tokyo Drift, dude.
Tokyo Drift has its... I actually just watched it yesterday because it's on Peacock, and I just watched it because...
Yeah.
And it's...
You don't like it?
It's a car movie. Definitely a car movie.
What does that mean?
It's funny because it's not... the movie is exactly how I remember it, but I don't enjoy it the way I remember it. It's still good. It's just like, I remember it being better. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe it's just... for me, I just like it because it's so different from the other Fast and Furious films.
I think the first one's the best one.
But
my favorite one's the fifth one.
You're smoking balls.
Why you say that?
The first one is not the best one.
Why not? I mean, I'm talking car-wise.
Then
car-wise.
In terms of the cars used or how they emphasize the cars?
How they emphasize the cars. Like, because you obviously, a lot of people have seen the Fast and Furious movie. So
I would say one is my favorite, but the fifth one is the best because the fifth one is actually more realistic in how they use the cars.
Yes and no.
Dude, the way they use the Nas in the first two films is so unbelievable.
Yeah, because that's not really how it works. But
yeah,
but I don't mean like that. I mean just in general as like a
showcase.
yeah, like but as an action movie that is about cars, it's not a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
But now you look at Fast and Furious, and it's not an action movie about cars. It's just straight up an action movie that
With
has
cars.
cool cars in it. Yeah, because it's so nuts now.
I would say the fifth one is the last film.
Yeah, 6 is where it started to take its like, well, that's pretty nuts, but okay. And then 7 was like okay, and then Hobbs and Shaw, and it was like okay.
Fifth for me was film realistic. 6 to me just was film, but I guess if you want to be technical, yes. 7, no. And then 8, you already know how I feel about 8. It shouldn't even be called Fast and the Furious on any perspective.
I will watch it out of respect because it's one of my favorite franchises, but
Bro, what part of that film, besides when the cars are coming out those windows in the city, is there really that much driving? With an actual car.
yeah, that's why I like the first one so much. I say the first one might be the best for me, but it's not my favorite. Because I feel like the first one was like an actual like
The first one is the best coming from how we're putting it in terms of emphasizing the cars.
I'm just feeling like the first one was about something more than just cars. Because the first one was like the introduction, and it was like about loyalty and about family.
I would say the third one's as much, if not more, about those principles, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like the first one introduced everything to that. The second one wasn't about the same because the second one was.
I think the second
I feel like the second one was like a perfect sequel. You know what I mean?
I disagree.
Not a perfect sequel, but like it was a perfect sequel movie.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Not like, oh yeah, it was an amazing sequel. No, but it was the perfect movie.
It was a stereotypical sequel, too,
Yeah,
by the
that's what
way.
I'm saying. Like the perfect sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned sequel where you didn't keep the exact same characters.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel that way. And then with the third one, it was more like, that's the thing. Like I feel like the third one also was more about cars, or not had more to it than just cars. You know what I mean? It's just the fact is with the third one, they just left it at that. Like we know no information about the third one besides what we saw in the third movie.
Yes, we do.
What's that? The Han's still alive?
Yeah.
But we found that out this year.
And also
After like when did Tokyo Drift come out?
2006.
Yeah. So after 14 years we found
Well,
out he's
in
still alive.
2013 we found out that Jason Statham killed him.
That's true, but then we also found out that he didn't kill him.
Bro,
Remember this saying in movies that they're never really dead unless they die on screen.
you know the only reason why they brought him back so people wouldn't be mad about Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, not even Hobbs and Shaw, about 8.
Oh, because of the baby situation.
Yeah, where he saves his baby.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, the moment that Walker died, that ruined everything that they had planned.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
Because I really don't believe. First off, I don't think Walker.
I think they had to just overcompensate, you know?
But, bro, where was the franchise going to where they had to overcompensate this much?
I know. I think it was just like, I think what happened was, so he passed away mid-film 7, right?
Yes.
So I think it was, all right, with 8, because it's the one after, well, like I said, because 7 he passed halfway, so they had to do, their
Some
tricks.
wiggling, yeah.
Yeah. And then with 8, they're like, okay, because obviously they were still under contract, right? Weren't they still in contract for I think 8 and 9?
They were contract 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah. So they obviously had to bring out more. So I think they had to be like, okay, well, we have to overdo 7. And 7 was huge. Like, Fast and Furious was already getting big. Then its main cast member passes away.
$1.5 billion.
Yeah, it was huge. So they're like, what are we going to do? And then they're like, you know what? Let's go balls to the wall and just make it fucking nuts. You know? Like, just make it nuts. And that's what they did. And then I guess people liked it. Because 8 did pretty good too, didn't it?
$1.2 billion.
Yeah. Sadly, it's become one of those movies where you put on but you don't pay attention to.
filler.
Yeah, sadly. And most people will watch it just because they've seen all the other ones. Like me, I'm gonna watch the new one because I've seen all the
And
other.
if you watch it in segments, it has some excellent segments.
Yeah, exactly.
But it also has
As a whole movie, it's not great.
No.
Like I showed Adrian the trailer because he finally saw the trailer the other day
for 8?
for 9.
Oh, 9, okay.
And he's like, I'm not gonna watch this shit. I'm not gonna watch this.
But he is.
And then Han walks in and he's like, fuck, now I gotta watch it.
It's almost to where they did it on purpose.
Yeah. So
And yo, bro, I'm the same way. I didn't want to watch 9 after 8. And then the moment I saw that trailer where Han's back, I'm like,
you got to.
because he's the reason why I love 3 so much.
Yeah, he's a good character.
Dude, yo, you know.
He's in shit. He might be.
You know they went back in time specifically for Han. Han was such a fan favorite.
Yeah, because he's in most of them. I think he's in. I mean, he's basically in all of them.
3, he's in
He's
part of 4.
He's in part of 4. He's in 5, 6, 7, 8.
No.
Oh yeah, wait. He's in 5. He's in 5.
And he's in 6.
He's in 6.
He's not in 7 because
7.
7 fast forwards to the future. That's why Jason Statham comes in. Because at the end of this...
That's right. He's not in 7 because that's what happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's probably one of the most comeback characters besides like the main. You know what I don't like though? How in 9 they brought back Mia. Mia's back, but Brian isn't, and we obviously know why. But I honestly would have rather just had her stay out, dude. They're supposed to be together. You know what I mean?
I really want to know how they're going to work that out.
That's what I'm saying.
How does she get involved, but Brian doesn't?
That's what I'm saying, because we all know how they are, where one of them gets involved, they all get fucking involved.
Not only that, in every film where her and Brian are both in it, she is normally in the film because Brian involved her.
Yeah, she usually stays out of everything.
So you're now trying to get me to believe that in every other film, Brian involves her. Now she's involved and Brian has no knowledge or no care.
And can I just say, the females in Fast and Furious seem like they don't age. Her and Michelle Rodriguez look like they maybe aged like 3 years in the last 20.
I would make the case Michelle looks like, if anything, she looks like she aged more than
Mia,
Yeah.
Jordana Brewster, I think
Yeah.
her name is. It's just like, what the fuck is this, dude?
And yo, bro, don't leave out Charlize Theron. For a white woman, holy shit. Still, for a white woman, looks good for her.
She
age.
does, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's Hollywood for you.
That is a fact. How good would she look if she didn't have how much time off to just relax and...
Have you seen the movie The Old Guard on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
Okay, damn it. I was hoping you could tell me how it was. I've been iffy about trying to watch it. Like, I don't know.
I was not impressed by the
You're
trailers.
like one of the only people in the world I trust your movie opinion on, Francis. And you know I don't like to read critic shit.
Yo, by the way, I really appreciate that. Because even if you don't like the same films I do, you respect what I say about them.
Yeah, I do. That's
Yeah.
why. And I don't trust no one on the internet.
But did you see the trailers?
Yeah, it looks decent.
Yeah, but it's also like it looks like a Netflix film.
Yeah, but it looks like, but the plot is something I like. Like, that's what gets me. It's like, yeah, that sounds pretty fucking cool. But how did they execute it? That's why I was hoping you would watch it before me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Just to show you how something can change so quickly in value.
Okay, hit me with it.
I came across this. Okay, so Yahoo paid $1.1 billion for Tumblr. You remember Tumblr?
Oh yeah, I remember Tumblr.
Okay, so 6 years later, Verizon could not even get $10 million.
For Tumblr? They bought Tumblr for that?
Well,
Or they bought Tumblr from Yahoo?
no, they purchased Yahoo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and since they purchased Yahoo, they
own
owned
Tumblr.
Yeah, and they were
How much were they trying to sell Tumblr for?
whatever they were selling for it. They couldn't even sell it for $10 million, and then eventually it got sold in the single digits.
That's life, bro.
$1.1 billion, and just 6 years later, the service is not even worth $10 million.
Oh wait, so okay, see, I heard the numbers wrong. So Yahoo bought Tumblr for 1.1 billion. I heard million.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, well, I mean, that's still okay, I guess. Like, they
No.
made it out even.
No,
Damn, so decreased value of like 99%.
99.99, bro.
Yeah, fucking nuts, dude. That's the thing. That's what happens, man. Just gotta know when to call it quits.
Or
You know what
another
they
way
say.
to put it to make it more sense. Let's say you invested $1,000. you're getting 10 cents back.
Yeah. That's life, baby. You know what they say, bro? You got to know when to hold them.
Yo,
Know
Bass,
when to fold
at
'em.
one point, Tumblr was supposed to be the next thing, right?
Yes and no. It was supposed to blow up, but it did for a bit, but it shortly fell.
What?
I think I've never been on Tumblr, so I honestly don't know. What I remember is just like, to me, what I remember it being was like, honestly, if you think about it, Tumblr is like an early Reddit, right?
Yeah.
It was people just having certain threads, sharing certain pictures.
But I was about to say you could share images and videos,
yeah,
right?
everything like that.
Yo, don't you find out how it's weird how just because it's not even the product itself, but when the product launches, that you could be the difference between Tumblr and Reddit?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I still have never been on Reddit either.
I haven't either.
Technically, I don't know. I don't know 100% what it is.
I read the only thing I know about Reddit
everyone uses it.
is that I read threads. Like, for example, if I look something up about a video game
And it's on Reddit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a I don't know how to put it.
A message board. I always
Yeah,
known
that's I guess you could call it a message board, and you
Yeah.
can share. You can put anything on.
but
there.
it's huge now. It's every year.
Yeah, dude. I literally everyone talks about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, still never been on Reddit.
And if you're any type of person in the gaming industry, you have a Reddit thread.
Yeah, you have your own thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is I don't even for me I don't
We gotta
understand.
start our own thread of Rhinos and Aliens on Reddit, right? And then we'll just comment on our own thread about us.
Well, doesn't that create? We're gonna have to keep creating accounts.
No. We're gonna comment with the Rhinos and Aliens account. Everyone's gonna know we're commenting on our own stuff. We're not gonna do it randomly. We're just gonna be that badass where we know we talk good stuff about
ourselves.
Yeah.
If you can't be confident in yourselves,
Yeah, and then we just post that thread everywhere. We post that link everywhere, and then everyone goes to the thing. They see we're posting about how good it is, and then they click on it.
you know what I've really
He's ingenious.
been thinking about, dude, going to each YouTube video like that. I just whatever YouTube video watch and just put the link.
Watch the podcast, the best podcast in the world.
Why don't you come watch this one? We have a little bit of everything.
It'll make you laugh, guaranteed. If it doesn't, just don't hit the subscribe button.
Yo, if you or Danielle's in the video, it should make you laugh.
Yeah, it's because we're that good.
Okay, another thing I came across. You remember how we were at one point in time talking about how Disney's purchasing everything?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Kings.
so just to show you how massive of a gap Disney has over all the other studios, just not in film, we already know that. In terms of product sales, and at the end of 2018, they came in first of any company in terms of product sales with IP at $54.7 billion. Mm-hmm. The next closest studio was fourth with Warner Brothers. They only made 11.
That's life, bro.
Like,
Disney's the king, bro.
yo, bro.
It's the king. You can't take down the king.
Well, to be fair, when you buy everything, you should be swamping the competition. Mm-hmm. Even though I would make the case they ruin everything, but whatever.
I agree with you, but
bro, I don't want that fifth Indiana Jones film.
Dude, I do. I want to see how bad it's gonna get.
Yo, they're not
I
even.
love a chance to just fucking for everyone to just ruin everything that I love.
For Star Wars, yo. So what's everything?
Dude, they fucked Star Wars so hard, dude. They fucking raw dogged it.
That is a perfect metaphor. Yo, but they just didn't raw dog it. They like straight up did not give a fuck. They went on the corner, found the cheapest prostitute, and just straight up fucked that shit.
The funny thing is it had potential.
Yo, the first film,
It had so much potential. And then they're just like, you know what? Let's make it bad. Let's purposely make it bad and sell these people shit.
let's have no organization.
Yeah, let's literally sell them dog shit and put it in a box and call it Star Wars.
Yo, bro,
Genius.
Did you hear that when Rian Johnson was making the second film, he had no clue what's his name? Who's the director of the first one? Who also directed the Star Trek films?
Oh, fuck. I don't know director name. We talked about this earlier. I should know this one, but I can't think of it.
He's the creator of Bad Robot.
Of what?
The production studio.
I have no. You're talking about production studios and directors, bruh. I'm lost. So lost.
Oh, this is killing me because I just watched Alias too. I completed that series.
Which Star Wars movie?
7.
7.
Mission Impossible 3. The first.
J.J. Abrams.
Fuck.
I knew it. I couldn't think of it. It was literally lost on me.
And I knew that too. I was thinking of 2 letters and then something
name.
like a president.
Yeah.
And I couldn't fucking put it.
There you go. J.J. Abrams.
What were we even saying up when?
Star Trek is Fuku Gaiba.
No, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Trek, not bad. Star Wars, yeah.
But it had potential, right? We were saying.
I think so. I want to say the first movie, it wasn't amazing, but it had potential.
What we were saying is that Rian Johnson was writing the script for the 8th film when J.J. Abrams was filming the first one, and they had no clue what each...
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. And then they had to somehow connect it.
Bro, if that's not disaster written all over it...
Which it is. How are you going to write the 8th one not knowing where to start from because you don't know where the 7th one ends?
Bro, he didn't even know what the 7th film was about besides the basic points of the returning back to old school Star Wars. Whatever.
That's why I'm saying, like, it had potential. It had a lot of potential, and then it just, like, it fell so flat. It was just like, all right.
And then the 9th film is just so laughable, bro.
Yeah. I feel like the 9th film, they were just like, well, let's just do this. Let's just...
Yo, you know the original script by the dude who directed Jurassic World? It was going to be called Duel of the Fates, and it was much better than...
Sounds cool. The name sounds cool.
And the reason why it was called Duel of the Fates because you had both Rey and Kylo fighting it out for the fate of...
Yeah, that's why it sounds fucking cool as shit.
And it also harkens back to Episode 1, the name of the one song where Darth Maul faces Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. Duel of the Fates. That's the name of that epic. That. Yeah, of that epic song.
That would have been really cool. But once again, you know who they should have brought back? Fucking Jar Jar Binks. I would have paid to see that shit. They might as well have. It would have been made a better fucking movie.
I was about to say, logically speaking, it would have made more sense if Jar Jar was the Sith Lord.
Yeah, but I was just about to say he was the fucking Sith Lord, dude. That shit would have been so good because just the meme factor is fucking great, dude. I would have been fucking pumped. I would have stayed awake for that movie.
Yeah, but could you imagine if they didn't promote anything with Jar Jar Binks and then every...
Yo, I just imagine like he's sitting in the chair with the hood up. And then he turns around. He just turns around, you hear his fucking voice. And it's just, yo, I would have been done, bro. I would have fucking lost it, dude. I want to go home and watch Star Wars, dude. Fuck everything else. I'm watching Jar Jar, yo.
Yo, by the way, even though we're making fun of him, how is he any different from any goofy character in Star Wars?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I liked him in the movie. He was funny. You know,
yo, bro, before I became aware of the hate for him.
Yeah, same here.
I was always a fan of him. He was the
same here. But now you can't be a fan of him without getting shitted on. Even though he was the real truth. I'm telling you, bro, next movie, Jar Jar fucking Binks, dude. Behind it all, dude. He was the mastermind, yo.
If you thought it was Palpatine, no.
No. He was controlling Palpatine, dude. He's the true one.
No, but seriously speaking, just take away the funny factor, what would have made more sense? You have 10 million clones of Palpatine and then the one Darth Plagueis, what did they end up calling, dude?
Which one?
From the 8th film that they ended up
cut in half?
Yeah.
I can't remember anyone's name. Darth Sidious?
No, that's Palpatine. That's just
right. Yeah.
But that
all-powerful guy who literally couldn't fucking feel the lightsaber shaking 2 feet away from him. My man could fucking make 2 people's conscience connect across the galaxies, but couldn't feel the fucking lightsaber shaking 2 feet away from him with the force that he so powerfully controls, right?
Honestly speaking, bro, did anybody in that writing room actually sit down and say, "Yo, this doesn't quite make any sense."
That was terrible, dude. Snoke. It was Snoke. Supreme Leader Snoke.
Which, by the way, in the seventh film, they hinted he's some great powerful dude, be it Master Windu or Darth Plagueis, whoever it was.
Yeah.
Because there were some rumors about Mace Windu because they didn't show him die.
Yeah, technically, like I said, if he doesn't die on screen, then he's never really.
And he's such a powerful Jedi. Lightning wouldn't necessarily kill him.
Yeah. Dude, but like I said, bring Snoke out, man. He's all powerful. Let me tell you something, friends. If this glass started shaking on this table, you think I would notice it?
My thing is, forget notice. How did he not feel the vibration?
That's what I'm saying, especially because it came with the Force. Like I said, when Jar Jar Binks, the best, I'm telling you, dude, this is the best they could have done with the Star Wars.
Episode 9.
Episode 9 is they go into the room, and all you see is the typical Sith fucking cloak over him, and he's sitting in the chair. And turns around, and all you hear is still shadowy. You can't see his face. Misa, this is Supreme Leader. And that shit would have been, everyone would have been out of their seats, dude.
I wouldn't even have paid to watch the movie. I would have paid to see the reactions.
Yeah. Dude, everyone would have went nuts, dude. Misa, the Supreme Leader. Like, what? Fucking Jar Jar.
No, seriously, bro. Tell me that film would have not broken opening weekend records if word got around that Jar Jar was
the fucking Sith. Yeah, the Supreme Leader Jar Jar, yo. Fucking, I'm out. I'm done.
Yo, what was you looked up
I was looking at this theory, and it says in the beginning of 2015, Star Wars began publishing a new book trilogy called Aftermath, right?
Yeah, I remember.
The 3 books would go on to over everything that happens between the Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, and it says everything that happens between the Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. It's kind of like how Rogue One ends up connecting Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, right?
Got it.
And then it says the 3rd installment of Aftermath trilogy is called Empire's End. At the end of this novel, we unexpectedly learn the fate of Jar Jar Binks, which I never knew about, right?
I didn't even know he had a fate.
Yeah. So apparently, he's a street clown who performs for little children, banished by the Gungan race, which is his race, right? Mm-hmm. But listen to this. In this part, a young boy approaches Jar Jar Binks and asks him why nobody calls him by name and why no one will talk to him. Misa Jar Jar. He says then, Jar Jar making some mistakes, big mistakes. Der Gungan bosses banished me long ago. Misa no been home in forevers, right? Here's the interesting part. The book describes this young boy as a disfigured orphan whose scar tissue runs up from his jaw over the hole that used to be his ear and to the scalp.
Like Snoke?
Snoke has a messed up ear and a deep forehead scar, right? Jar Jar then offers to teach the young boy. He goes, my teaching you Apollo. We'sa making the whole galaxy smile, huh? And then, of course, like it says...
This is in the actual novel.
That's taken from the actual novel. And he says... And the dude says, of course, it's possible Jar Jar was only ever a fool and is merely taking in a young orphan boy. For all we know...
who is disfigured.
Yeah. However, if you believe the theory that Jar Jar Binks truly is a Force Master and a Sith collaborator, maybe the Gungans banished him because he was a Sith collaborator. And he's lying low for an opportunity to strike again.
Which, by the way, that feeds back into episode 1 because he's the one who helped with Anakin coming on board. He's the one who helped with the he was always in the area of Anakin going to the Jedi.
Yeah. Yep. And then it just says, and maybe this young deformed orphan boy has a dark power within him will eventually turn him into Supreme Leader Snoke.
Which, by the way, this book was written before episode 9 came out, which classified Snoke as a clone. But before that, nobody knew Snoke was a clone. Even though I don't believe in episode 7 they envisioned him being a clone. They just made that shit up to make up for episode 8.
I'm telling you, dude. Jar Jar, the Supreme Leader, dude.
Bro, that cloning thing completely ruined the whole concept.
Yeah, it threw everything off. I still haven't seen the last movie, by the way. I haven't finished the last movie, I should say.
Well, you fell asleep 30 minutes in, if that.
Yeah, probably. I was like knocked out. I still gotta watch it. I have it. Did I buy that?
I hope you didn't buy the physical.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I tried to rent it and I fell asleep again. Trying to watch it. I remember I did something where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it again, and I fell asleep again. I want to finish it though, just because I still technically have not seen it all, but I know about what happened. So,
Bro, and you know what's so funny too? As dumb as it sounds, the easiest way they could have completely made up for episode 8 is if the Sith Lord of 9 wasn't Darth Sidious, who came back through some magic and...
Yeah. I agree with you.
And yo, if it was Jar Jar, bro, because then it would connect back to the books.
Yeah, it would actually connect more than it did.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys tried to explain to me how he magically came back, and I'm just like, I don't get it, yo.
But that's the thing. It was some
Convoluted shit.
bro. It was so convoluted, and the funniest thing too is that they made all these like lore novels before episode 9.
Yeah.
And this film not only contradicts the actual films, it contradicts all the supposed canon novels. So you legit not only broke your film lore, you broke
Everything. You broke everything, basically.
just to make up for episode 8, which, by the way, if you took the time to release these... See, this is a lot of people bring up. They say, well, you know, the original trilogy wasn't planned out. They went film by film by film. But the thing is, every new film they made, they knew how the last film ended.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like I said, you can't... How are you going to start a sequel not knowing where the prequel ended? You're like... It's like asking me, hey, Jordan, finish this book, but I'm not going to tell you the first half. And I'm like, all right, then. And then I start writing my own... I'm not finishing a book. I'm starting my own book.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Or to more direct, it's saying, write... Okay, this author is writing this novel. We want you to make the sequel to his novel without ever reading his novel.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to make a sequel to something where you only know the basic points?
You got me.
Yo, bro,
I'm telling you, dude. If Jar Jar Binks, that shit would have been epic, dude.
In an alternate
People would
universe.
still be talking about it.
Yo, bro, no, seriously. Besides the hate that film gets, anybody even remember episode 9?
I tell you, I don't.
I just want to say, it probably says more that you keep falling asleep during the film.
Dude, if I fall asleep during a movie, you know it's bad. I've fallen asleep. I've literally been up for 24 hours and have not fallen asleep on a movie. But then there are moments where I've been to a movie and just straight up
On full
knocked
sleep.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, the last X-Men movie that came out. Not the mutant one, the one before that. Phoenix, Dark Phoenix.
Yo, bro, that's a great segue because this is going to something else. Not only were you right about that, you were right about Mulan, bro.
Yeah. I told you, bro. I don't remember what I said about it.
Well, it was definitely off camera, but it was basically the way I would describe it, and you basically said it without saying it. They made Mulan into a superhero film.
Yeah.
In terms of how the film started, how it ended, some of the action beats, bro.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me the Phoenix? What was the...
She was being reborn. The entire time she was the Phoenix.
I wrote some stuff down because after I watched it, I had to watch the
original,
the animated film.
So much better.
And basically, how is it that an animated film is better able to capture both light and dark tones? How the action, for me at least personally, I felt the action scenes in the animated film felt more realistic.
Yeah, I think the problem with what they did with Milan is they tried too hard. Like I said, you're going off of a beloved movie. You don't have to try that hard. You just have to get it right. And what they did is they tried too hard, but then they took out some of some good aspects, like Mushu. Let's take out Mushu and put in a random phoenix. If you were gonna have a phoenix, why not have a dragon?
No, but that's the shit that pissed me off because before you told me about that shit and I was watching videos and stuff, they emphasized how this is supposed to be the realistic take on the animated film.
And it was a collaboration between like the Chinese government and it's like whatever.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney Studios or whatever.
Well, half or major parts of the film were shot at locations where the supposed Muslim slaves are.
I did not know that.
Whenever there's money, people will always go with money over what's right.
Yeah, always, dude. They could have literally just called it something else, and I would have never even known it was Mulan.
But I would make the case it would have been better if it was called something else.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if they had called it something else, but the problem is they had to use the name Mulan. You know what I mean?
But this comes back to the whole thing. Why do you sell the film as one thing and
then change it up?
Yes,
I agree.
And
you know what? Okay, what are some I would say real life adaptations of old Disney movies that actually hit the mark?
Cinderella,
the 2015. Yes,
I would make the case.
Did I watch that one? I did watch that one. That one's decent. What do you think about Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, I think it's bad, bro.
You think it's bad? I think it's decent.
Well, okay, I enjoyed it more than other Disney live action films, but compared in quality to the animated film, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying how closely does like. I'm not. I mean, I am comparing the two, but I'm not. I don't want to like take them side by side and compare them, but I want to say how close is it to the animated one.
Well, to be fair, I would make the case that of all of them, The Lion King is the closest to the original, and yet it might be my least favorite.
I kind of agree with that, sadly. But
Dude,
that's the thing is
the
like
singing was
Disney's really fucking up, dude. I mean, they're not terrible. They're just
but
good.
But that's the now I understand why some people hate remakes. But the thing,
what would be your favorite then? Which one's your favorite?
Did you see Pete's Dragon?
Yes, I did. I saw that in the movie theaters. I probably saw it with you.
Pete's Dragon is
I've never seen the original.
Oh, I was not. The original is that weird cartoon in live act. Oh yeah,
I just never seen it.
I was as a kid. I wasn't a fan. I watched it
but it is a good movie. It is a good live action movie based off of
the new one.
The Pete's Dragon, yeah.
The new one I love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a good movie based off the adaptation of the.
There's a missing one. It's Cinderella, Pete's Dragon, and I feel like I'm missing one. To be Aladdin.
Aladdin, I like. I forgot to mention that. That's the one I was thinking of.
In a vacuum, I fuck with it, but it doesn't compare to the original.
No, it doesn't.
And to me, the worst parts are actually all the new stuff they add. All the new songs are trash. Like that one end montage, which you could tell was specifically written like for feminism.
Yeah.
It was where
Wait, which one?
The dream sequence where she's rebelling against the king. Like, women have these power. They're not locked up in chains. The very last...
I like the song.
Bro,
my thing is, I see what you're saying. My point is, I just like the song.
Okay.
Like, the song is a decent song. But I understand what you're saying. They did kind of make it a feminist moment. I guess if that's the best way to say it.
Oh, hell, bro, if that was...
my thing is, it just didn't need to be. To me, it was unnecessary for them to do it.
Oh, well, that's taking away my bias. Unbiasedly, that song just doesn't fit into the flow of the film. The film was...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it didn't. The song didn't need to be there.
No,
like you could have easily had said the same message without the song.
In talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The song didn't need to be there, but it was a decent song.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I thought Will Smith was gonna be terrible in the movie, and he fucking nailed it.
He was the best part of the film.
He fucking nailed it.
I want to make this clear. The reason why I would watch that film whenever it would come on is strictly his chemistry with the actor for Aladdin.
You know what? I think that is why I got Disney Plus was to rewatch Aladdin.
Bro, that's...
And I will say, I do like the girl as Jasmine, but as the Aladdin who played Aladdin, it felt something just felt off about him. I think he made a good Aladdin, but for some reason, something feels off about him.
Well, for me, I felt off about Jasmine. I like the actress.
Jasmine?
Bro, if we want to be so technical and politically correct, she is not... She's half Indian. She's not even the actual ethnicity of the country.
What are you talking about? The girl who plays Jasmine or actual Jasmine?
The girl who plays Jasmine.
Okay.
She doesn't fit the role to me.
No?
No. I love her as an actress, but if we're being so politically correct, it's just... For me, my problem with Disney, they want to eat their cake and have it too. Like, for example, with Mulan, they want to sell it as realism. That's why we don't have Mushu. But then they add all this stuff that China approved, which completely takes the realism away from the film.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's like with Aladdin, they want to sell authenticity, but at the same time they want the star power. So you hire a no-name guy, but then you hire who's on the upcome.
See, my thing is, I never really pay attention to stuff like that because to me, as a movie, obviously it's about how it looks, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it's literally a simple question: is who looks the best?
Correct, but if you compare it to the actual animated film, who looks more like the animated character? The guy looks much more like.
I can't picture the guy right now. I'd have to look this up because I can't.
Okay.
It's been a while. I mean, and not like that long, but
Yo, technically it has.
It's been a while since I've seen the animated version.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do a comparison.
Yeah.
The guy looks more like his male animated partner than the female does. And by the way, I think that woman is beautiful. She was in Power Rangers. She killed it.
Yeah. She was in Power Rangers?
Yeah, she played the Pink Ranger.
I see what you're saying. I would say he looks more like the cartoon Aladdin. She looks somewhat similar, but not. It's just the face. The face is not right.
That's what
Jafar nailed it. They fucking nailed Jafar.
And for a black genie, they nailed. They nailed
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Or the genie.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call him. Yeah. I honestly, I agree with you. I thought Will Smith. I didn't think he was gonna be bad, but I just didn't.
But because
see
of Robin
it.
Williams.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. And then I saw the movie, and instantly I was like, no, he could pull it. He could pull it off. Literally, the moment I saw him, I was like, okay, he pulls it off. We're good. Like, and he killed it.
But the thing that I love about it, he still plays the genie in this same. It's still the same character as Robin Williams, but with Will Smith's charisma. So it's still his own.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the genie played by Will Smith. Like I get that.
Yeah. You could tell it's the same character, but with a different spin.
You know what? Since we're just on it, because I was thinking about it, you know what movie that I watched a couple times because it was just there, and I'm like, yeah, this shit's good.
Which
is The Greatest Showman.
I still haven't seen that.
Dude, it's fucking good.
Yo, by the way, you know that's been a top 10 Disney Plus thing for.
Of course it has. It has legs, just like when it came out, right?
Yep, one of the longest. It had the longest legs since Titanic.
I remember, dude. It's still fucking good, dude. I think you would really like the music in there.
Yo, this is the thing off the top of my head. Besides a couple X-Men films, every film Hugh Jackman in,
he nails it. He's a great actor.
I at least enjoy the film. It might not be the best film, but
yeah.
He just brings something to the screen.
He's got it, dude.
Dude, he's
been acting a long time.
That Still Boy, Real Steel.
Yeah.
Even that's a film that it was so much better than it had any right to be.
Absolutely. It's a decent movie. It's a decent movie,
and that's saying a lot.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should have been a shit film, but it wasn't.
If you get the chance, I would definitely say watch it. It's good. It's got a great cast, got great songs, great story behind it. It's a good movie. The songs stay stuck in my head, which is why I watch it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a musical fan, but it's the musicals I least expect.
I don't like musicals. I straight up don't like musicals. I wouldn't consider that one to be a musical, though.
Are you? I'm pretty.
To me, I wouldn't consider it to be a musical.
Okay.
Because to me, musicals are like, I'm gonna sing things for no reason. Like whenever they sing in the movie, they're like, it's a singing moment. You know what I mean?
So you would count Aladdin more so singing as a musical than?
No, I mean like singing like nonstop. You know what I mean?
But technically any film that has a musical soundtrack.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I said to me.
Okay. Just so I could process.
Because to me, like a musical is something like, just so you know, the next 3 conversations are gonna be in song. You know what I mean? And for like Aladdin, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna turn this. It's gonna straight up just be a song. You know what I mean?
That's why I didn't like Frozen. The first 30 minutes of that film is song after song.
Yeah, to me, Frozen had a little bit too much. Frozen 2 was better with the music. With the music, it was better. Is what I mean. I don't know if it. I mean,
narratively, Frozen 2 felt so forced.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's a better movie, but I mean it was better with the music. It was less music.
The music was better paced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was less of that.
Yeah.
So,
But
You know
could,
who I really like as an actor? Josh Gad. The guy who plays...
No, I know.
Yeah.
Olaf.
Yeah. Because I saw The Wedding Ringer like a month ago. Just so funny, dude.
Wait, you just now saw that for the
No,
first time?
I've been saw it. I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
it in movie theaters, I think.
Well, we went to the theater to see.
Okay, that sounds about right. Then. I would say I know I saw it in the theaters, but I saw it again, and it's still freaking hilarious,
Bro,
dude.
to this day, this is why I don't believe in critics. If you look up its Rotten Tomato score, it is
Yeah, I remember. I tell you since the beginning, I don't trust them. Like, I mean, everyone has their own perspective. I get that,
But you also have to bring a sense of unbiasedness. Just because this isn't your type of film.
That's the thing is, most people don't, dude. That's why, like I said, I'll trust you because I know you'll tell me straight up, like, unbiasedly, this is how it is.
Yeah.
But then you'll be like, but I really liked it.
Or I really didn't, even though it's a great film, you know?
And I'm the same way where I'll be like, I respect it and I know it's a good movie, or or like I know it's a good game and I know that, but I'll never play it, you know?
No, bro, that's to this day, I think off the top of my head, that might be my favorite Kevin Hart film.
I'm not gonna lie, Kevin Hart's in some fucking funny movies.
I know.
I love Central Intelligence too.
You just
So funny, dude. That one's hilarious.
Yo, by the way, did we ever talk about the second Jumanji sequel?
No, I don't think we did. But it's also one of my favorite current movies.
Bro,
I bought that full. I bought that full on Amazon.
Bro.
$20.
head and shoulders better than the first Kevin
I
Hart,
agree.
Dwayne Johnson. I was one of the
You're talking about then the first Jumanji, right?
with them in it.
Yeah.
I'm not counting when I say first and
You're
second.
talking about you're talking about the new installments of
Yes,
Jumanji.
yeah.
I agree with you.
I was one of the few people where the first one with them, everybody was giving it rave reviews, and I'm like, don't get me
okay.
wrong, it was entertaining, but
Yeah. And the second one, people gave it good reviews too, but it was actually way better. It was way better.
Yeah, yo,
with Donald Glover and Danny DeVito.
oh my, and yo, just the pure, the actual jokes and the delivery of the
It's
comedy,
so much better, dude.
bro.
Dude, I remember the first time I watched it, the scene with the
which one?
ostriches.
Oh my god,
I was dying, dude. I was dying.
yo, just to put in perspective, bro. The first film I saw with my mom, and my mom really didn't say anything about it, and I'm pretty sure she didn't like it. The second film, I can remember at least 4 different scenes where she was literally laughing out loud.
Yeah, it was a funny movie.
I never even had to talk to my mom. I automatically knew from the different reactions where she was quiet in the first film, and I heard her laughing and saw her smile. It's like, yep, she agrees with me.
The second one was good. Is there supposed to be another one?
Yeah, but because of
Yeah.
Corona, the production was halted.
Wasn't Jungle Cruise supposed to come out this year too?
But it was pushed back.
Cool.
That film looks good with Emily
It
Blunt.
does. I know. That's why I mentioned it. It'd be nice if we could watch some movies, huh? It fucking sucks, dude.
I really miss going to the movies with you guys.
I just miss. It's just not the same, man.
And
And nothing's coming out. You know what's only coming out? Scary movies.
or
Like a
cheap
bunch of-
films.
Yeah, like it's like this is all trash, dude. Don't give me this shit.
Or not to be rude, all the films that are coming out are either films I'm not interested in, or they're the films that I would normally wait until they went on demand anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not spending $6-8 to see this in theaters when I could spend $4, half the price at home when I would normally.
Yeah.
And yo, bro, it sucks too because for a good point in time, basically every week it's like, yo, we're going to see this movie together, and it's like I had something to look forward to.
Yeah. Now we don't do shit. Damn COVID.
Okay, I just want to end on one thing.
What's that?
You heard about Hawaii Five-0, right?
Yeah, the show.
Yeah. Did you know it's a remake?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember of what, but I know it's a remake.
okay. Well, first off, I never knew any of this stuff. I was thinking like Hawaii Five-0 only has like 3-4 seasons.
No.
I have the information, bro. The original, called by the same name, was released in 1968.
I didn't know it was that old though.
It had 279 episodes.
So about what, like 12 seasons?
I believe it was actually 13 seasons.
13 seasons, yeah.
Yeah. Crazier part, the rebooted one in 2010, which just ended, 240.
Yeah.
240. So just 2 series alone have over 500 episodes. For American live action, that's I don't know why that just blew my, because I don't know. It's just showing how I wasn't keeping track of the show. Showing,
people love that. People love the cop shit, dude. Like
Well-
CSI, Law and Order.
but the other thing too, it takes place in Hawaii, and these are the only two shows that I know of.
I remember when the show first came out. I actually didn't know it was still going. Well, it's not anymore, right? But,
Yeah,
but I thought it ended a couple of years ago.
Ended in 2019 at the end, or technically 2020 because the last episodes aired.
Yeah, in 2020.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude. Supernatural, I think, had like 326 episodes over its 15 years.
that's another show I'm surprised about. But I also want to point out, it's one thing when the original or the rebooted series is popular,
But for both.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm surprised. You know what's another thing like that?
What?
Doctor Who. Doctor Who was off the air for like, I think 20 or 30 years or something like that, which I didn't know.
But did you also know that show has technically been around for decades?
Yeah, it was started in the 60s, I want to say.
Yeah, and they keep getting new people.
Yeah, but the thing was, it stopped in the 90s and then came back.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it stopped. I was reading through it because I got curious.
because
and
the new person is now a female.
she's
Supposedly,
like the 13th Doctor, the 12th Doctor, something like that.
it was in the teens.
Yeah.
but she's the first female, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, technically they're all the same person, though.
Well, she's the first female to portray the character.
Yeah, because like I thought it was interesting because I was reading up and I was watching a YouTube video and it came up, but the show, like, it was on. I think it stopped for like 10 years or something like that.
No, it had
and then it came back, and it's still popular, right?
Yeah.
But I was reading because I was interested in who is Doctor Who. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
what? And apparently he's like some. Yeah, it is a being, I guess you could say, that basically controls time, and
That's what I've comprehended.
That's the simple part of it. You know what I mean? Is the fact that they weave in and out of time in like this 1960s British telephone booth.
But supposedly, even the original stuff is very brilliant writing.
Yeah, but I just think it's so cool because it's like I always thought when they got a new doctor, it was like they passed the torch. But it's not. Apparently, it's like when the body
Dies?
when the body either gets too old or cannot be repaired,
The soul moves on.
Something
so
like that.
technically, every new actor is actually the same.
That's why I'm saying it's still the same doctor, but
So it's not James
a different
Bond.
iteration of Doctor. Yeah, it's not James Bond.
Because technically, every new actor is actually a new James Bond. Because James Bond is
exactly.
Okay, I thought it was more so James Bond than
No, yeah. That's what I thought. I thought it was just like, okay, you're the new doctor.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like, okay, I'm still the doctor. I'm about to die. And now, boom, I get moved over to this person. So it's pretty nuts. But it's super cool. I think they're called Time Lords. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That name
that race and their being who like I just thought it was cool.
I always wanted to get into the series, but of course
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting, but it's really cool. I just thought it was really cool.
British television is very interesting because a lot of their shows, you will be surprised, is like that, to where they take these
They have really good shows, but the thing is, they also have really wacky shows. So it's like you got to find it. You got to find your cup of tea there.
Well, I would say British shows are just like comedy. It's not what you're used to, and you have to have open taste.
Yeah, you definitely do. But all in all, I thought it was pretty cool. But I was like, I probably will never watch any Doctor Who. But I just thought it was pretty cool.
If I eventually, in a perfect world, I will eventually have the time to watch it. It's just not at the top of my list, so I'm not worried.
Dude, I don't really have any shows at the top of my list besides Vikings.
I have so much, bro.
I don't.
All right. So I guess we're going to end it there.
All right.
Okay, so like we always do,
We never even introduced ourselves.
Yeah. But I noticed a while back, at least for a couple episodes, we didn't introduce our names or the show. So
And I still knew who we were?
No, I just kept that trend going.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
No pressure. But for our 5-finger rhino thrust, first, we want you to like the video or dislike it. We want you to subscribe.
I want you to dislike it. I want you to like it, but you can dislike it if you're that guy.
That's better play. We want you to subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell, ring a ding ding.
Yeah, that'll let you know every single time we come up.
Yep. Fourth, we want you to share it to any and everybody, and this does include your granny and your cat. And then the fifth,
that's true.
and the fifth and last
dogs.
thing,
we like cats and dogs, iguanas, turtles, whatever you got, really.
What Jordan said, and the fifth and last thing, any and everything we talked about. If you want to comment. You don't even have to comment what we said. You could bring up a different point that we
bring up different topics. Bring up a topic you want us to talk about. You know,
yes.
Bring up a bunch of things.
Yes.
That's literally what they're there for. That's what the comments are there for. You could literally just comment banana. I was like, all right, let's talk about banana.
Yo, and if you comment about anything that we talked about, comment about the fan theory that should have came true.
Talk about Jar Jar, dude. Let's get the Jar Jar hype up there, dude.
Yo, bro, by the way, I know we're somewhat playing, but I'm also being
I'm not. I mean, I'm not playing. I'm serious. I am 100% serious. But it's such a cool idea that I'm with it, dude. It's such a good idea.
No, but I mean, initially from the outside looking in, it sounds like a joke.
It sounds like a joke, yeah.
But
I'm dead, dude. I'm dead serious.
Dead
ass. I'm telling you, dude. I would have loved that. I would have loved if that came true,
bro. And they couldn't. The only thing they had to change up was when they showed Darth Sidious instead of showing him.
Misa the Supreme Leader. Like, bro, that shit would have been, Francis would have lost it.
All right, guys. LOPH, cadoodle, and have a great time.
Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.